Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Bob. Welcome those who enjoy the show. Hello. Welcome. So today we have some fun for Throwback Thursday. We got some interesting stuff for Throwback Thursday. Wow. Yeah, we got some interesting stuff going on, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Check out the Patreon, and also because I don't expect YouTube to ever actually do anything with the channel. Check out our shirts. Buy a shirt for your shirt. You know, if you don't want to support the Patreon, you can always buy yourself a badass, kick-ass, awesome shirts. Shirts for your ladies. Like, come on, don't. Every woman wants an OWO shirt. Everyone does. Every lady wants that. Buy Valentine's presents early. Buy hundreds of Valentine's presents. And we all want the flying house hippo because you want to believe. And if you want to believe, you don't have to just want to believe. You can believe. I believe in House Hippo. We have both. We have cups. We have shirts. We have fun. We have stuff. Support the local stuff as we move on to the next thing. As we look at trailers, we got trailers from Indie Game Dub. Actually, some good ones. Most of this Bob's going to hate. I'm sorry, Bob. You ready? Bob's not gonna like these.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for you to do that little spiel, and it's just like, okay.
I'm done.
Good.
You want to add something? You could add something by buying a bunch of shirts.
Yeah, I could. House hippos are cute. Ladies usually love house hippos. I wouldn't suggest the Orc World Order for you ladies. But if you're one of those people that are a bit more active, yes, we have tank tops and we have stickers. If you got yourself what do they call those things? Stanley cups or a thermos, whenever you're out and about. Because I remember one thing that me and my Navy buddies used to love doing was you find a sticker and you just slap it on your hydration device.
Oh yeah, or on your children. Brand your children with OWO.
And we just lost the crowd. Man, you know what? Leave me to be the marketing guy. All right.
We'll have official branding irons to brand your children and make them properly part of the horde. And if you really want, you could brand a house hippo onto their back. That would make them the most interesting children.
YouTube, this is a joke. This is a bit. We don't condone violence against children.
Well, all depends on the child. Anyway, Fortune Faye. Oh God,
it explains a lot about you.
For those who for the creators of Fortune and Faye, I'm totally apologizing because I was on your video this entire time, and I don't think Fortune Faye considers branding children. Although who knows? Anyway, Fortune Faye.
This is gonna be a train wreck.
Okay, let's go. It's all a joke, people.
Ready.
I'm just goofing around. Let's go. Hit play.
Grandpa's off his meds.
Yeah, hit play.
Yep. Beautiful pixel art.
Yep. See, I gotta say something. I like pickle art. You really hate like that style, like that type of gameplay.
Is that a crime?
No, I'm just kind of.
I can like an art style. I don't have to like a gameplay of a game, but I could say it looks beautiful.
No, I know, but it's interesting to think about that. Like where you're gonna find this cool pixel art is usually found in these type of games.
Why do you think I have a soft spot for like the PS1 era graphics? It's because some of those games that are like remakes or demakes are shooters. You know, like Dusk is a great example.
This looks cool. This actually does look cool, although I do hate the chakra shit. I hate that fucking weapon.
No, the chakram?
Yeah, that useless weapon. Never been a fan of that shit.
Oh, that man's dead.
Yeah.
It's one thing to get cut up, it's another thing to just be incinerated into powder.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of has a alterer Irish spot feel to it. For those, I have to show Bob that one. It's an interesting.
Is that the one with the girl with like the red shorts and has like, was it one thigh high leather stocking?
No. I'm trying to think now. I haven't played the game in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This looks
So I remember
cool.
seeing figurines of her, and my brother played that game one time. It was something Adelier. She also had like a staff of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, this looks beautiful, and the music's awesome.
They got the bog dogs.
Yeah. I mean, this looks cool. This may be a game I pick up. This may be live stream. This seriously looks like something I'd actually enjoy.
I like that painting of the city.
And it's coming for the Switch. This might not end up on live stream. This might end up on my Switch.
No, I say it's on Steam and you can get it on GOG.
I know, but it's on Steam, and I'm looking for games.
GOG. There's your alternate option right there. GOG.
I know, but I need Steam. So I'll see, because that might end up on my Switch. There's a reason why River City Girls 2 isn't on here, is because I already have it. There's like quite a few games that I have on one thing. The only one I might convert over is Crow Country, because Crow Country was really good, and it was a solid game.
I'm gonna show you 5 seconds more. He'd turn into Sean Connery. Crow Country.
Crow Country.
Now we're moving on to something that may be a bit more up my alley if I have to use my brain.
A dwarf. Yeah, this looks good. This actually is up my alley all the time. Ooh, wake up.
Alright, tell me one.
Play.
Right.
I like the music.
I like that you can see the individual headlights on each unit too.
That is
It's a
fucking
neat detail.
cool. That is fucking
a really
cool.
neat
I'm not
detail.
gonna lie, I like that. Yeah.
It's such a small thing, but it adds so much.
Yeah. And the birds and the little guys on the side. Oh, what the hell, Steve? What the hell? That should be fine on my end. It went a little warpy on here. Hold on. I'm gonna go. Okay, yeah, no, it's just this being a little glitchy. I had to go back a sec, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
It just sometimes it happens.
I'm noticing some of these battlefields, giant planes that are just in the earth.
Yep. This looks cool.
I also like how some of the tanks, it reminded me of some of the early French tanks.
Yeah.
Just because of how rounded some of them are, it reminds me of the Sambois.
I like some of the tanks that look like the old Terminator tanks from back in the day. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and they got naval warfare.
You know, that is the hardest thing to do in like these type of games.
I still find the giant boulders rolling off the hill to breach a wall. It's so good.
Yep. Man, and we need a good Command and Conquer.
They do.
I miss that stuff. I mean, it looks cool. It looks badass.
I like the name too.
Yep. Yeah. You in? You gonna buy this?
If it comes out, sure. It'd be even better if we had crossplay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll have what's called by then.
Yeah.
So Pax Automacara.
Oh my God! Never get this man to read.
No, I keep telling people that.
Autocratica.
Automaticlara. Automatica. Anyway,
humanity is dying. To save
humanity
it,
is dying.
you will sacrifice everything. Everything.
Now, I spotted this much earlier, but I know some YouTubers already have some gameplay of this out.
Ash.
I don't know if it's beta or whatnot.
With only the strongest.
Probably beta.
That's why I wanted to jump on this trailer much earlier.
Let them breed. Let them harden. Turn them into weapons. There is no room for failure. This foothold is humanity's last chance.
It's like, I see what they're doing with the game. My biggest worry is there too much going on?
In hand.
I'll never play this fucking game.
Oh yeah, because you suck at games.
No, I'm actually quite good at these. I just don't play them. I find this type of like horde crap annoying.
The chief likes to panic a lot.
No, I don't panic. I'm not a rum panda.
Sure.
I'm one of those guys that even if I'm losing, I got a smile on my face.
Take their future. Take everything.
No, I don't like war shooters because it's
So the chief wasn't even listening to me. He got the name wrong. I said horde shooter. He said war shooter.
Yep.
Are you all there, Chief? Did you take your meds today? Are you working? Are you functional?
Yes, I am functional. Overall, in general, horde shooters or war shooters, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I actually don't like I actually really don't like these games. Like the closest one for me liking it was Earth Defense Force back in the day, but as this became the more popular.
He's lying.
Game,
you never liked the EDF. You never liked EDF. You always you take every moment to shit talk my beloved EDF.
I like EDF. I don't like playing with groups of people because that's all it is at that point. Like it's like, and then I get these people that'll come up like Bob, like and say stuff like for Monster Hunter, oh, you can play it by yourself, and it's like, it doesn't have the same ring when you're not with a group. It's you know what? My closest thing to me for my group thing is Dungeons and Dragons. Everything else is secondary. Sorry guys, how I am. All right, Sucker for Love. Crush Landing. Let's go.
The fact that he thought he had to apologize.
Sorry, not sorry. There you go.
Most love stories begin with a meet.
Tell me when to play, and I'm gonna
wall.
open this fucking tin can.
The moment yours stops being one. Meet Haley. She's a comet. She's also a girl. She doesn't speak your language yet.
My name is Haley. What's yours?
The rules are simple. Keep her alive. Feed her the right colors. Feed her things you aren't too attached to. Plants, pets, house guests, people.
Are you getting the same like symbiote vibe from like Marvel?
10 minutes is a long time to keep a secret. 10 minutes is a long time to not make a mistake. 10 minutes is a long time to not fall in love. Some of your neighbors have concerns about the explosion they heard, about the light they see, about the strange mutations happening to them. Open the door for the wrong person, and the date ends early. For you, for Haley, and for Earth as you know it. No pressure. Crush Landing is a brand new Sucker for Love story inspired by the color out of space. Hand-drawn, fully voiced, with many types of endings.
Yes, you heard that.
Bad.
The color out of space.
And bad with an asterisk. It's a horror game. It's a comedy. It's a love story between a man and a... Sucker for Love, Crush Landing. Wishlist now and put the love in Lovecraftian horror. Oh, and try.
Why I picked this?
Leave it to humanity to stick their willy in just about anything at this point.
I'm telling you, man. I do not want to see the Pornhub that's in Ghost in the Shell. I really don't want to see that.
I see what you're saying. You don't want to see their version of it, like their in-universe smut sites.
Oh my god, that is nightmare fuel.
And people thought brain dances in Cyberpunk were hardcore. It's like, well, imagine not being able to get out.
Yeah.
And it's auto-generative as well.
It's not uncommon that it's highly illegal and something you're not supposed to do, but it wasn't uncommon for them to like fucking force a brain dive, like put somebody's mind into something that they really shouldn't be in, and they do it anyway, and they fucking brain copy the same person over and over and over again. Like, Jesus fuck. That's
Imagine as your execution method, you have to put your psyche inside of a hadron collider.
I don't want to even think about it. Anyway, yeah, this is some Call of Cthulhu shit. All right, let's get the next one. Another Call of Cthulhu, Vale Echo. You ready? Official platform announcement. All right, let's see what this comes out to, boys. 3, 2, 1, play. Man, we got a lot of point click today.
Wait a second. Was that a termite man?
Yep.
That was a termite.
It's coming for everything, man. Might be worth it.
Okay. Definitely not up my alley.
Yeah,
but I could see people that will enjoy it.
Yeah, like again, as always, like this isn't just for us. It's like a little bit of everything. Metamorphosis, next official announced trailer. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
By the way, is this made by the same people as Fear and Hunger? Because I'm instantly getting
I paused.
Flash with the art style.
Yeah, pause, Bob.
Oh damn!
I told you. Okay,
don't stop and start me.
Okay, so anybody else had that bad day where you get punched in the face and you're bleeding? I know this feeling. Anyway, hit play.
I would ask what happened, but I don't want to go into an hour-long story.
Not today. Ooh. I've never had that. That's a
roach.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like badass. Yeah.
We have a mixture of industrial here.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, from what I can hear, it's gonna be some fucking badass music. I don't know if I'll play the game, but it might be one of those games where I pick up the soundtrack. There's a couple games like that.
Oh, I am getting so many patterns here. Patterns. It's like, okay, we have a little bit of Evangelion. We have a little bit of that industrial grunge like Kletka. What else? There's like so many things going on here. And then you mix what I will assume to be some sort of religious orthodoxy. A lot of, let's just say, Christian motifs, such as the, what do you call that? The, it's where you meet with the priest in the box. The confessionary. Yeah, the confessionary. I was like, okay, so we're mixing body horror, industrial age with a bit of religious motifs. Okay. That's a neat twist. And also has a little bit of that Silent Hill thrown in there. Just a wee bit. Just enough.
It looks interesting. I'm definitely something to look at maybe in the future. But it may be one of those games where I'm more interested in the soundtrack because it's going to have one of those really badass soundtracks that I really like. The Sinking City 2. This is the official game overview. For someone like me, this is fascinating because I don't know how the fuck we get a Sinking City 2. Sinking City 1 was a train wreck of gameplay. They fucked that thing up 2 ways to sideways. Now, they did fix it up as it went on, but man, that game was fucking wonky. So the fact that it got a sequel, I'm like, what? What? Okay, let's hit play, boys. 3, 2, 1.
I severed my eyes from the nerve, and as they died in their sockets, I introduced the slither.
Hi there.
Now, alien and arcane worlds of old sing to me from the page. As a translator, it has been absolutely...
No, what is this? What are you up to?
Welcome to Arkham, a once bustling city on the American East Coast, now rotting away.
Why do we have this voiceover?
Attention, citizens of
Come
Arkham.
on.
This is your final notice.
The ocean rose without warning, and those who did not leave, the faithful and the trapped, have been taken by the cosmic cataclysm.
Tempting me, whispering sweet nothings.
You play as Calvin Rafferty, an occult adventurer and a seeker of truth. Calvin's soulmate, Faye Bennett, faded into a twilight state after they both set foot beyond the veil. Now there is nothing he won't do to bring her back, no matter who stands in his way.
Oh, please, darling. Just set me free. I haven't felt the sea's embrace for days and days. My skin is a nightmare.
Sorry. He has something I need.
I am all you need. You really
Why does this feel like the
me?
Eldritch Last of Us?
Everything for her.
It's kind of how it played originally, but it was kind of
important
stupid.
landmarks. The Miskatonic
Like,
University,
this
the
is
Akeley Memorial
really weird.
Hospital, the Fish Market,
Although,
the Devil's Reef Hotel, and more.
some of
Today,
these locations
the
are
city is a
places
shell
I've
of its
wanted
former
to see
self,
for a long time.
abandoned, decrepit, and perilous.
So I'm kind of excited.
The water rises
You wanted to
a
see
little more every
buildings?
day.
No, the Arkham
Map.
Museum and all
Then
that
we can get our
shit.
bearings.
Like to see that world
Each
map would be
location
kind of
you'll
fascinating.
explore offers a hallmark survival
Like, to me,
horror
that's fascinating.
experience. Doors that won't budge.
Okay, like somebody's depiction of what was written in the Arkham book.
What is happening?
Well, what was
These are
written in
our
the
things.
Cthulhu stuff.
How?
Okay.
And of course, save rooms
Oh,
that seem to exist
we
beyond
have a bit of that Resident Evil thrown in there too.
You finished?
The
I'm just
Sinking
waiting
City
for
2 blurs
Cthulhu
the
Mr.
line
X to
between
start knocking
survival
on a
horror
door.
and investigation.
So you never played the original
Here,
Sunken City, eh?
investigation is
No, the closest thing I had to Eldritch, like directly Cthulhu Eldritch, was Mound.
ammo is scarce.
But one that was really close to it was Cresol.
Monsters are
Cresol
strong,
was kind
so
of
do
close.
not
They had a lot of
skip
ocean
They
motifs.
will help solve the puzzle.
This is pretty
unlock
much
inventory
a
slots,
one-for-one
give
with a
insight
lot of
into the
it.
surrounding madness, or reward you with a second chance when the fight turns.
This voiceover is really taking me out of it. That's why I'm, talking.
Yeah, I got you.
You'll have a mix of survival horror experience and uncover the
Although
madness.
investigation is
It just does not
piecing
mesh
clues
at
together
all for me.
earns dream essence.
Well, as a
Use
guy,
it to unlock perks and shape how you fight.
this
Pair
is
them with unique
interesting.
weapon upgrades to build a marksman, a melee specialist, a glass cannon, and more.
Well done, Cal.
But how is it
rewards are
done?
not
That's the
the
question.
only reason
Like,
to investigate.
this seems a
The
lot
most
like the.
outraged mysteries in Arkham stay buried.
I've played the
until you
OG
dig them
game.
out.
It's a pain in the fucking ass.
Gross.
Like, I like it and I hate
Are
it.
they alive?
The Eldritch
We need to get them out of the way.
Mysteries.
Yep.
However,
It
no
was
amount
cool.
of studies will save you from a fight.
No, one of the
scared.
neat thing is, there's a whole part of the game where you end up trapped underwater
Arkham
wearing a
is
giant
infested
dive
with
suit. You gotta
Lovecraftian
actually like go into like
monstrosities,
underground
formed
caves and
shapes,
shit.
razor-sharp fangs, and masquerading dead.
That's kind of neat. That was kind of cool.
I'm just waiting for a proper fish man to show up.
Foul worms that arrived with the flood.
Hey, come on, we got this, what is it, like Roaring 20s time period? I'm surprised they don't have a creature from the Black Lagoon looking guy.
You will need to use Calvin's entire tool set to deal with it. Land a precise shot to stun. Time your punch to buy a few seconds.
Land a precise shot to stun. Well, yeah, that's how survival horror games usually do it now.
Dodge a charge and leave the enemy open for a stomp. Use environmental hazards for a group kill.
I do like the splitter. That's pretty neat. It's actually also
the little worms
don't die on the first try.
That is kind of cool. Or they bring people back from the dead.
You don't want the dead to come back.
Yeah, get a flamethrower on that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the game was interesting, but the game was also stupid.
Visceral survival horror, otherworldly Lovecraftian design, mysteries worth digging for. Set foot into Drowned Arkham on August 18th.
Please, game companies, if you're gonna do a voiceover, at least have a guy who's like hamming it up. Don't give me this deadpan like PR guy. You know what I'm saying, Chief?
Yeah, I gotcha. So, I don't know, I'm fascinated by the Sunken City, and I'm not, like, the sequel to this, I'm not fascinated. Like, that was such a hot mess. There was so much fucked up shit in the Sunken City. It was just such a pain in the ass to navigate. They did stupid shit, like, okay, the best way to put the Sunken, this is one of the few things I'm going to have actually, a real conversation. There's a lot of cool ideas in the Sunken City, in the original Sunken City, and it was originally just going to be called the Call of Cthulhu game, but unfortunately, for those that don't know the backstory, both companies fell apart, and it became one company here and one company here. That's kind of how that fell apart, and then there was two games. There was the Call of Cthulhu, and then there was Sunken City. Both games were very interesting, but the Sunken City had some cool ideas that just kind of never really materialized. And there's a lot of stupid shit. Like, one of my favorite things to do in the Sunken City was, you're supposed to be scavenging for resources. Well, why would I scavenge for resources when the resources respawn every time I leave and come back to an area? So I would have moments where I'd be like, oh, machine gun ammo. Well, take it, sneak back out, run away from the monsters, come back like 10 minutes later.
Thanks, Eldritch 3D printer.
Yeah. It was stupid. There was some fun, and there were some retarded moments in the game where they ate, unfortunately, the humans that would walk around. You'd have your fish people, and then you'd have your monkey men, which is also based off the Cthulhu guys who had sex with a monkey god or whatever the fuck that was. I can't remember what it was. It was like,
isn't that how AIDS started?
What?
Isn't that how AIDS started?
The rumor is, I don't know if that's any true.
Yeah. I remember it was like somebody got frisky with a monkey, and that's where the AIDS virus started out.
I don't know if that's any truth to that. That's been. That's good.
so there was another one that was caused by like a bat.
Yeah,
it's like it really makes you think. It's like, what if all the big nasty diseases were caused by Cthulhu monsters?
Because they had this. Speaking about that, there was not too long. I can't remember the guys, but they were like known organizations, and they got this disease, this special butt disease, but it's usually only got through butt sex. Not only did they get a butt disease, their kids had the same butt disease, and the dog had the butt disease. At that point, and then they were arrested. The adults got arrested from this charity, and the charity just completely fell apart. It's really a fucked up story. I was just like, no, what the fuck? I remember reading about
butt disease.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, that's one thing a Kappa's not going to touch.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So anyway, back to the Sunken City. fascinating story arc and some good ideas, but there were also some bad ideas. You really okay? You know how people complain? Oh, there's this like, there's no like way to see the puzzles and stuff and the quests, and they don't give you like locations and shit. Like, you know how they just like the games direct you, and people were complaining about that. When you end up having a situation, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this another case of yellow paint fairy?
No. This is a case of, oh, you want some yellow paint. Where the fuck is that yellow paint? You actually have a moment because they went too far in the other direction, where it's actually hard to find your way through the maze. It's just too hard, and that's kind of problematic. It became confusing. It became hard to do stuff. It became hard to find shit. I don't know. I think if they're smart, what they do with this version of this game is do us a solid. Do not, and I mean do not force us into the scenario with the NPC. Make that city absolutely abandoned, where it's just you and maybe occasional person here, and here. Because when it had all that AI people, man, there'd be this abomination chasing after me, and I turn around and be all these guys just walking around. Hello. Like, buddy, it's abomination. I'd be like, what the fuck? There's a newspaper guy selling newspaper as I'm blowing away a fucking abomination. No one seems to care, and I like it added an interesting element, but it also added some weird shit. It's a fascinating janky game. If you can get it for like $5, like I did, Sunken City 1 is something to like look at, but it's not something you're going to enjoy. That's kind of my feeling towards it.
It's one of those like bin games that you pick up for like $2.50 for like 5 copies.
Yeah, like I hate to say it, it's like Summer Car for a lot of people. Like it's not that hardcore mode of Summer Car, but it's like Summer Car. By the way, the second Bob gets his computer, we are all me, him, Captain Rum Panda. If you get Arus, we're all going to play Summer Car on a multiplayer mode, and we're going to see how far we get in building that Tsushima. Or how far we get to killing each other to be the other way.
God, Chief really likes picking them, doesn't he?
Yeah, I love picking those great ones. Very back.
This guy's like, Bob, you're going to play X, Y, and Z. Does Bob mesh well with X, Y, and Z? No. He has his own preferences. Guess we're going to play him anyways. It's like, what was it? You wanted me to play fucking Final Fantasy or some shit? I ain't playing that. I cannot stand turn-based combat unless it's something closer to like Heroes of Might and Magic, the same way Songs of Conquest is. It ain't my cup of tea.
Totally playing Final Fantasy 6. Nice try.
Also, Chief.
Yeah.
I know you don't like playing with other people, so the next JRPG you play, you can't have a party. Because I'd be playing with other people.
You what?
Next JRPG you play, you can't have a party, because that's playing with other people. You like being solo, don't you?
Okay, next, Copa Rescue Rivals.
Choppa.
Nope, Copa.
How do you get Copa out of that?
Fucking gimmick. Anyway. So, Bob, have you ever wanted to play Mega Man, the helicopter game?
No. But you have my attention now.
It is a Mega Man hit play. It's a Mega Man copter game that plays like Mega Man.
Saturday morning anime story mode.
Yep. I don't know what else to think about this. It looks absolutely silly.
I like that they added the detail whenever you have the bug net. The rotors no longer spin, they turn into like little flappy wings like an insect.
Yep. Does this not look like a Mega Man game?
It does. Also,
yeah, looks fun.
Both Mega Man and Contra.
Yep.
That Dino Robot has a cigar.
Yep.
That's a bad mamma jamma. You don't want to mess with that guy. He's the boss.
So, Kappa.
So you even have party modes?
Yep. This game looks fucking wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, speaking about wild. Yikes, yikes, yikes. DC is now falling apart. DC axes and rejects 4 female-led shows after Supergirl's flop at the box office. Alrighty, we got a couple shows here. Alright, Bob, it is your go, my friend.
Oh, joy. Oh, to joy.
Yep, here we go.
Alright.
It looks like Warner Brothers may be leaving some very expensive, might be learning some very expensive lessons from Supergirl following the catastrophic box office performance of James Gunn and Peter Safran's Supergirl. 4 prospective female-led DC television projects have now suffered major setbacks. Oh yeah, by the way, the AI is fighting this narrative. The AI is superly fighting this narrative. Apparently, when I looked this up, when I looked up this geeks, by the way, Marv.
Oh, they're trying to bury it?
Oh yeah. It's like no, guys, no. These shows they're just put on hiatus.
We don't know the article you're looking for. As far as where it exists, it totally doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, multiple people have said it. 2 previously announced TV shows are reported dead, while HBO and DC Studios have rejected 2 more. It's bad. We're seeing some good stuff here. Like, yikes. According to the new report from the Ankler, Waller and Paradise Lost, both of these, okay, so Waller is, the Suicide Squad, right, Bob? You probably know about that because you're, everyone kind of knows what they are.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Waller, the actress who played Waller from the Suicide Squad, she's getting her own TV show.
Is that the fat FBI chick?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the one who's like,
yeah.
If you try to take it off, your head's gonna explode. Meh.
Yeah,
that lady.
So that's what did it. Yep, that's who you're talking. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Bullshit. Yeah, that bullshit was like they're gonna make her own show. And Paradise Lost, you're gonna love this. Paradise Lost is supposed to be on Themyscira before Wonder Woman became a show. So think about that. They're making a show based off that fictional area where all the Amazons are, without the one Amazon everyone in DC cares about.
I would say, wasn't Paradise Lost a title to something else?
It was, yes.
Remind me what it was again? The original Paradise Lost? It was the, it was the theology, the falling of the serpent.
Yeah, it's not necessarily theology because there's no actual. I'm not going to get into that.
It would be like Dante's, where it's a divine comedy.
Yep, it wouldn't even consider falling. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, be here all day. 2 separate TV shows, Catwoman and Poison Ivy, are both recently pitched recently pitched. This is bad. Both these shows, these were supposed to be like the new big show, and it's like both pitches were rejected. Dude, James Gunn's got to be looking around going, ooh, these were all the ideas I had. Falling apart. I'll tell you this right now. If he can't get Green Lantern to take off, it's where he's in trouble. Like, I think he's done. I think
Hollywood's going to be pointing the wrong end of a gun to his career.
Yep, exactly. That gives us an extraordinary sequence of events. Supergirl bombs separately at the box office and 4 different female-led DC shows either die or fail or to receive a green light. That is currently no reporting established for Supergirl directly caused these decisions. Yes, we can't say they did, but I mean, but yeah, I mean, overwhelmingly rejected. Some of these are 170 million female-led blockbuster.
I choose to believe that the gears are shifting, but these projects were being thrown out because, you know, when a gear shifts, it's in the gearbox. The driver doesn't necessarily know. Well, actually, I shouldn't say, because the driver is the one that shifts the gearbox. Yeah. The engine has yet to receive that info. Yeah. And the engine is the one driving the whole thing. You know, that's your CEO seat. That's the guy at the top of the tower, so to speak. So the gearbox is shifted, but this guy's like, we're going to get this, and that to go forward. Okay. And then that the gears have shifted, it's like, wait a second. This ain't making money, because now he's starting to look at his stocks. You know, fucking Lex Luthor, big money man, kingpin. He ain't happy about his stocks sinking.
Yeah, they do not look good. This is like Peacemaker would appear to be. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna look like Viola Davis as
Is that the John Cena thing, Peacemaker?
Yeah. Basically, this actress is gonna probably be very pissed because this actress is notorious for blaming everybody, but you know, the bullshit. Now, Paradise Lost. This may be his character.
Can they be copywritten for that name?
What? No, they can't. It's too old.
Okay. Say, like, wait a second.
You'd actually have to have someone alive to force the fight of copyright. That's why most things don't. But I love this. The series supposed to take place on Themyscira before the birth of Wonder Woman, and explores the Amazon society, and that eventually produced it. Diana Prince. Go ahead.
Yeah, didn't they have a series about her growing up or something? Or wasn't it like one of the Wonder Woman movies where it's like it starts with her growing up?
Yes, that was one. That was the one that fell apart and failed. The funny thing is, this is supposed to be a Game of Thrones, which, I mean, an all-woman Game of Thrones. I may not skip through the sex scenes at that point. Anyway, because in the actual Game of Thrones, it's like, skip it. I really don't give a shit about this crap. Skip it.
I'm about to say, isn't Game of Thrones supposed to be like different countries having their own political disputes, and it's the constant shifting of power to try and claim the big throne?
Game of Thrones, in my personal opinion, I'm going to fucking piss a lot of people off, but let's go for it, boys and girls. Dick on the table, boys. Game of Thrones is a lot of incest.
Don't pull out the ruler. He already knows.
Yeah. Game of Thrones is a lot of incest. That's pretty much what it is. This group banged this group, and then they bang this group, and then they bang this group, and then they bang this group. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I noticed that about a lot of adult shows, air quote, adult shows. It's really just a bunch of fluff around smut.
Yeah.
That's all it
is. Like South Park made it great. It's like, you know, then the guy showed his penis flaccidly. It's not too, if the penis isn't big enough, the penis isn't erect, that scares women away. So you have to have a flaccid penis. I swear to God, if you actually watch that episode, that explains the Game of Thrones perfectly, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, and then, what was it? Like I was saying, where it's a bunch of fluff around snuff.
And not snuff, but very...
I'm using that as just a term for now. I know snuff is much worse. I know. But it's the same thing with Reacher. The one thing the Reacher series really doesn't need is these random female romances. It's like, this series has no need for this. Get this out of here.
That's the Conan thing. I felt...
Even so, it's like out of nowhere, there's like, oh yes, the adult show must have this moment in it for some reason. Why?
Entertainment Weekly has pushed back somewhat from characterization, according to the reporting. 2 shows recently in development at DC Studios are no longer in active development. What the fuck does that mean? Or consideration priorities at HBO? Did that mean
active development? That means they're not filming anything. They're not doing any more CG work. Nothing. It's cold.
Exactly.
Engine's cold.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's just, it's not real. They don't want to say it's actually dead. If they say it's actually dead, they'll get blowback. That's all they're doing. Whether they're officially pronounced dead or merely sitting in a development limbo as a result of the audience, dude, you know how much shit has been sitting in, like, dude, we're still waiting for an Evangelion. We're still waiting for that live action Gundam. We're still waiting for like 50 other fucking shows that were fundamentally never.
They fucked up the live action Gundam.
Yeah. That we're still not.
They tried to add on to the design. It's like you can't do better than perfection. All right. They added like extra greebles to the mobile suits. Like even the Zaku, I'm like, ew, what is that? What's with all these greebles?
Like they've been trying to make certain live action shows that have been around forever that just never take off. They just sit in limbo hell. Neither show is moving forward.
It's some of the guys who did like the CG work for Pacific Rim.
Yep.
That's all you really need. You don't need anything super crazy. And hell, Mobile Suit Gundam already had its own 3D series here and there.
Yeah. So HBO rejects Catwoman and Poison Ivy. The other two projects making considerable more interest. Yeah, the fact that both these shows are gone right now is pretty bad. So we're not going to read all the way through this guy's article because I do believe you guys believe to do this. But it's, you know, I believe if you want to look at this. But this is what floored me. There's no scapegoating what happened to Supergirl. Millie Milcock, a DC film, reportedly cost around $170 million to produce and finished worldwide at 126. Now, keep in mind this little bit of money right here, this 170 million. Now, marketing, extensions, producing, product maintenance, that number's probably a lot higher, maybe even double that. This probably lost like at least, okay, it made back 120. You're probably looking at maybe the way they like to do marketing now, the way they like to do Hollywood now. This probably was like maybe 400 million when it's all said and done. The fact that it only made this, and we're not including merchandise sailing, which who knows how much money that's going to make. That is a fucking train wreck. That is the worst case scenario. That is the one thing you do not want to see on your product. Yikes. Just fucking yikes. So we'll like I said, potentially lose approximately 200 million, also supposed to be an important building block for the gun movies. Yeah. This is bad. This is a train wreck. And I'm not going to keep going through this guy's work. I do believe, check him out, Geeks and Gamers. The article is DC Access Female 4 Projects. Check him out. This is Marvin Montaro or Montiano. Sorry, man. You know me and my bad grammar. Alrighty, so we get to the main event tonight. Black Belt. Is Steven Seagal the next Chuck Norris, Bob?
Well, I forgot we were going to be talking about that. Damn.
No. Well, Bob's working on that. I'm going to go use the facility.
I don't even know where it is.
Yeah, it's in info. You'll see it there.
Okay. Welcome to the old man's yapathon. It claims it as being here, yet I am still scrolling up trying to find it. This looks right. Let's hope it is right. Yep, that's the Seagal. That is indeed. Yeah.
Okay. Let us go with the great and all-powerful Steven Seagal. You know, according to some people, he would win a fight against Bruce Lee. Not me, though. All right, Steven Seagal, rising star in Hollywood. Oh, God, was this wrong.
Korea's painful pair, Hapkido and Harangdo. Sorry, I was just looking at the front cover. I was like, painful pair. What a name.
If you want to look at that one, too, we could.
Yeah, sure, why not? It has an interesting name, Painful Pair, but I have a feeling it's going to talk about the martial arts styles and what the main things like kicks or punches or throws.
By the way, this woman's a little too happy to wear that. I'm not the only one, right?
Hey, that's the look of a woman who didn't finish dinner for the upteenth time, but at least has some protection, all right?
Holy shit! You say, I say, you weren't lying. You just picked the wrong target when they said that. So they got wave. Catch the wave, Bob. Body care. Give yourself a spray. Or is that the wave boxing glove? Or that's a punching thing.
That's a bag. Yeah, it's a punching bag.
I thought that was okay. So Steven Seagal. Okay. Oh, this is Ruin Above the Law. Okay, this film. Holy fuck! This film. Now I'm going to say something right now. Most people don't need to like. Let's be honest. Steven Seagal pushed Aikido in a way that nobody else did, and in a lot of ways that helped Aikido out, and it became known for something. But he also became such a scumbag. And the more people look up the more he became, the more things, and the more he shot his mouth off, the worse it got. It's gone to the point now where we have people coming around and saying, "Wait a minute, you didn't, you're lying about this, you're lying about that," or Steven Seagal paid me to say this. Like a good example of this was his bullshit of him being in the CIA and his ex-wife going, "Yeah, he's full of shit." Not to mention his bullshit of him wearing a wearing a Marine beret that he stole, that he basically was someone else's. Yes, he was wearing. Yes, he was wearing a military a military beret. I think it was either Navy SEALs or what's it called?
It would be Army, potentially maybe Air Force, but definitely Army if it's American, because I don't know of any berets in the Corps, and the Navy does not wear berets.
I don't know. He was wearing something.
Because to quote my old man in my younger years, is like, leave it to the Army to wear those gay ass berets.
Okay. So
that was a quote from an old dog.
Yeah, but he was wearing something that was very suspect. Apparently, like it wasn't his at all. So Steven Seagal is hard to kill. Aikido expert answers critics in black belt exclusive. Kensintu is very, very difficult to learn. It's the hardest thing I've ever tried to learn. Okay, let's see here. Let's go. Okay, Bob, black belt, 1988.
Page 88?
No, this would be page. I don't know what page this would be. Page 24.
24.
I'm interested to see this. If this is the one that sold all the bullshit that he was selling people, that he was like a secret forces and all this shit. Because there was an article out there. I don't know if it was black belt, if it was one other martial art. They talked so much. They sold him on a level, and then another article came out that just basically disproved everything. Like he was married to his Japanese wife. Moved to Los Angeles, married moved to Mexico, I think, married a movie star, then married another movie star when he went to America. Like, this guy.
I love the thing. It's like, this guy's hard to kill. Gun? Question mark.
No, this guy, he is hard to kill.
He may have layers, but I know he ain't bulletproof.
No. He is hard to kill. Most cockroaches are.
Hey man, don't be talking bad about roaches, all right? We love roaches in this modern era. All hail the Roach Lord.
Yeah. No, well, you know, I shouldn't say too much shit about him, but there's a lot of stuff that the personal controversies around him are legit, and that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as time goes on, as he gets older, his stranglehold on certain individuals are starting to get a lot louder, and it's starting to get more problematic. So Black Belt, 1988, co-instructor of this year's Steven Seagal, has returned to the silver screen after 1.5 year of hiatus.
Wow.
Film.
Recently released Hard to Kill. No, it is hiatus, yeah, but I'm like, what the hell was he doing for a year?
Apparently getting chummy with the mob.
Fair. Okay, fine.
That legitimately, apparently he hung around with the Hollywood Mafia at the time, because I believe this is right after Hard to Kill is when he testified against the Gambino family. That's not a joke. That's legitimately, you can look this up. It's real. Everything I'm saying has a level of truth to it. Following
on the heels of his first successful picture, Above the Law, Hard to Kill, establishes Seagal as one of Hollywood's rising stars in action film genre. One moment. I actually gotta use the magnifying glass thing and zoom in a little bit, because this text is really small.
Yeah, I did it twice. I don't think I can do it anymore. Yeah, of course I can. Okay. Yeah. The only martial art magazine who has ever released a front cover one-to-one in interview with Steven Seagal's Black Belt is proud once again to present an exclusive with the outspoken Aikido and Kenshu master.
Kenjutsu.
Yeah. In following the interview, Seagal discusses difficulty filming in the martial arts scene for Hard to Kill, and reveals sights into his Kenjutsu fighting training in Japan of followers praise for the skill. The thing about this is, my problem with this is this type of shit.
Offers praise for the skills of the late Bruce Lee.
Yeah, although he could apparently beat him up in a fight.
And once again announces his willingness to fight to the death should anyone feel the need to challenge him. As always, Seagal minces no words. Strap on your safety belt and enjoy the ride. No, this man exclusively minces his words. That's what he's known for.
Somebody who says he'll take anybody on. Jean-Claude Van Damme said, "Yeah, sure, let's go," and he fucking ran.
Mm-hmm.
He talks shit.
Willingness to fight to the death should anyone feel the need to challenge him. Quoted right here. Right here.
Now,
I hate journalism. I hate these people.
He turned and ran. That is evident. That is people who had nothing to do with the fight, nothing to do with the situation, literally stating this is what he did.
He had the about face and cast wind in their general direction.
He wouldn't come out. He wouldn't come out when Jean-Claude Van Damme decided to say, "Fuck this guy. He's opening up his mouth so much." Okay, where is he? And he goes to the location. There's a reason why I respect the muscle of Brussels, and there's a reason I don't respect this clown. The reason I don't respect this clown is the shit behind him versus the people who he talks shit about. I don't agree with that, because if you're gonna do this shit, if you're gonna talk the talk and be this badass martial artist. Okay, I'm okay with that. But you didn't enter any tournaments. We don't have any records of you doing anything in particular. At best, you being an Aikido master is the only thing we have. And according to your ex-wife, you didn't earn that shit. They gave it to you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is my problem with this is my whole problem with the mythos. The mythos of the man drives me nuts as a whole because to me, I'm a human being like everybody else. We're all hypocrites. Don't fucking deny it. We all have that level.
Yeah. We're all animals.
We all have that level of hypocrites. We all talk a good game. We all sell our whole shit. I can't stand people who not only sell you the shit, but then pretend that you should be fucking proud of it. Like, that drives me nuts. That actually makes me mad because that's also part of human nature.
Chief, are you proud of me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Because earlier in the video, I was talking a lot of smack.
Dude, you're like the little brother I never wanted.
Thanks. The thing is, I'm also the youngest sibling.
I'll be really sad. I'll be really sad if you're not here. You're not here joining me in the stupidity. All right. In your latest film, Hard to Kill, you play a police detective, just as you did in your first film, Above the Law. Did you not? Unfortunately, yes. I'd like to say it's a Steven Seagal saying something.
I'd like to be able to I'd like to be able to expand my horizons as far as film credits. It's 2 cops in a row, and my next film, in a safe place, which I'm about to start, is not terribly better in a career sense. I play a retired cop. Was that a good Steven Seagal?
Yes, it was. Rumor has it, there's some problems between Warner Brothers and himself in trying to make Hard to Kill. Any truth to that? Well, go ahead. I love this.
Well, all actors are in a difficult position to make sense, and that we are an object of marketing. It's a very complicated situation. My biggest problem with the studios is not money. I would have made it Hard to Kill for free if I could. Yeah, I call lies. I call lies on that. Have made it the kind of picture I'd be proud of. All right, we're on to the reporter again, top right.
Yeah. Okay, well, Steven Seagal. So, okay. You sound like you aren't getting the input you desire in your films. Well, okay, this is gonna be fun.
This man starts with a lot of wells. Well, I know a lot more about action than anybody else in this business. I think how to cut it, how to choreograph it, and even how to shoot it. And Above the Law, I did not get to do nearly as much as I wanted. Didn't have nearly as much control as I wanted. But at least director Andy Davis would listen to me most of the time. At least I was involved in the cutting of the time? What? Okay. Sometimes he would listen and sometimes he wouldn't. I think the action would have been indefinitely better if I could have done it my way. But on Hard to Kill, I was given director that I don't even think is a director.
Bob, hold on. Mm-hmm. Indefinitely better. You mean not breaking stuntmen's arms? I mean,
actually knowing how to do CQC and room clear.
Mm-hmm. But Hard to Kill, given the director, I think it's
I think it's a miracle.
Okay.
Jeez, this guy really does mince his words. A lot of yapping.
Oh yeah.
That this guy can put one foot in front of the other. It's very, very difficult situation. I've never seen anybody in my life who was as much his own worst enemy as this guy. Despite him, I was hoping we were able to come to some sort of good stuff.
Okay, what was the director's name here? Because we will actually look this. We have to look this
Andy
director.
Davis.
Andy Davis. We will look up Andy Davis.
I feel like I know that name.
Yes, we'll look up the man Andy Davis and just look at his filmography. Just I'm not trying to be an ass, but if I'm gonna rip
I'm Steven Seagal. I'm the most dangerous man around. And if you don't agree with me on everything, bad stuff's gonna happen.
No, not the mob. The mob doesn't like you any much, Steven. So I'm not too worried about. I'm more worried about the mob he used to be in connection with, not him. Okay, so
Steven Seagal knocks on my door. It's like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Well, we'll see. So Andrew Davis, his movies are The Fugitive, Above the Law, Under Siege. Oh, we had to work this guy twice. A Perfect Murder, Guardian, Collateral Damage. That wasn't bad. Code of Silence, The Package. He's done some decent stuff. The Package, Holes, Chain Reaction, The Final Terror, The Big Steal, The Little Steal. I haven't seen that one. There's a couple movies he did. Not exactly a great filmography, but I'm not hating what I'm seeing.
But it would have been better if I had my input in it. I don't know how Steven Seagal talks outside of like one interview he had.
Do you have any empty? Do you have any empty hand fight scenes in Hard to Kill? There you
go. There's some martial arts in it. The camera work, in my opinion, is the worst I've ever seen in my life. It didn't matter how stupendous the action was anybody was doing. It wasn't getting on the film because the director just did not have a clue. What a smarmy fucking asshole.
And you wonder why I don't like this guy. You wonder why I don't like this guy.
It's like, I know, I'm reading his fucking lines and I'm like, God, I feel like a fucking dick.
Yeah.
More than usual.
People wonder why I don't like this guy, and I think he's a piece of shit. Like, and this is I think there's another article where he really sells himself. You know what? Just cause I'm gonna send this to somebody.
Steven Seagal's the greatest. No, he's actually kind of a dick.
No, I don't think he's I think, like I said, for me, I think he's an actor. I think he's a really good actor. I think he's a good actor at playing a tough guy. That's the vibe I get.
Emphasis on playing.
Yeah. I think he's really good at playing the tough guy, which, you know what? As a good actor, he's a good actor for that. I think, dude, he sold himself better than Frank Dukes did, for fuck's sake, okay? Frank Dukes is one of the most infamous motherfuckers for doing that, and he sold himself. So, you're not pleased with the martial arts scenes? And no, I'm not. I was hoping that... Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm hoping that the audience will like it. I'm hoping that there would be a couple of minutes of my real stuff showing the through.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me sit up.
So here's what bugs me about this. Here's what it bugs me about that. Okay. This is your film. You want to make money. This actually is considered one of his most popular films of all time.
Oh, but mind you, he would do this movie for free, totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, bullshit. So, okay, which of the two films you feel portrays your martial arts skills any better? Go ahead.
One moment. Just had to take a little sip. I would have to say, Above the Law, my next film, In a Safe Place, is my picture. I own it with 3 other people. I'm in charge of all the action in the picture. From every gunshot to every punch and kick, you're going to see fantastic action because there's nobody telling me what to do.
1 second.
Hmm?
Steven Seagal moved to a safe place.
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, sorry, I just got to readjust my headphones.
Okay. There is no Steven Seagal film titled A Safe Place. You might be thinking of A Dangerous Man.
But it's the best movie ever. From every gunshot to every punch and kick. I'm starting to realize, like, my Steven Seagal voice is turning into Trump.
No, don't do that.
I'm not. It's just like I could feel it sinking through just a little bit.
Dude,
I made the greatest film.
I've never heard of A Safe Place. So I'm like, this is the film, A Safe Place. There is no Steven Seagal movie titled A Safe. He's full of shit. He's
a man full of poo. All the poo.
This is why I call Steven Seagal a great actor. I don't consider him a good martial artist.
This right here would be another line from my old man. You're trying to bullshit the bullshitter and snow the snowman, Mr. Seagal.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it just, to me, like, this is why when I say when people ask me why I think, Bruce Lee would win a fight, why I think most major stars would win a fight against Steven Seagal.
Hell, UFC 1 showed me that weight difference, and it's just like, well, weight difference doesn't really matter when you receive a fucking kick to the face. Goddamn.
Yep.
The man lost a fucking tooth in that fight. Sorry, I don't know if we're talking about UFC 1 today or tomorrow.
Yeah, we are after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little sneak peek of what's to come. One moment. Let me increase the brightness because this auto brightness is warbling in me.
I'm also grabbing something I want to kind of show what I think most results when you get someone skilled and is actually strong versus someone who is a bullshit. See, when I do these hypotheticals, I come from it from multiple perspectives. And when it comes to these two individuals, we will never have a fight between these two guys. It was never going to happen, never going to see it happen. Then you get, okay, then you go from, okay, you go through the basic one. You go through the ABCs of combat. A, height, size, weight. B, physical capabilities. C, martial art training. D, any X factors we can use.
X factor.
That's how I do my combat scenarios when I do a hypothetical. So Steven Seagal wins the fight, wins the physical capabilities. And a physical stronger, bigger man, yes, he wins that. Although hypothetically how big he was, how tall he is all up to subject. Apparently he likes to use lifts on his shoes. I've heard there's so much shit about him, we're not going to worry about that.
Okay, when I assume a fight, like a pitched fight, they're going to be wearing like their gi or maybe like boxing shorts with wraps.
Let's put it a Bay Street fight. Your A is your physical capability.
I was going with the assumption that it was like a venue, but this is like we meet in a street alley kind of ordeal. Okay.
Yeah. So this is A, physical capabilities. Steven Seagal wins. In actual height, weight, and base, he wins. That's his first victory. B, what is the physical capabilities of these two fighters? What are they capable of? Okay, Bruce Lee out physically Steven Seagal in every physical way. He is a stronger individual. Bruce Lee wins. Martial art training. That is where we have the big problem. Oh, sure, Seagal has some real martial art capabilities. My problem is some of that's automatically thrown into suspect according to his wife and other people. Like, other people have basically shot this guy's like martial arts skills through the hole. So you got that in suspect. But if you're to count that, Bruce Lee still has more physical training in martial arts, according to Bruce Lee and the information we have on Bruce Lee versus Steven Seagal. X Factor. This is where, okay, that's 2 losses right there. X Factor. Well, Bruce Lee, we can see a record of what Bruce Lee apparently was capable of. What is Steven Seagal apparently capable of? A whole lot of bullshit, including a movie that he never made.
He also hung out with Putin and ate a carrot. That's another thing I know about Seagal. That's about it.
And he's apparently a llama. He
llama?
apparently got Buddhist. Yeah, he's a Buddhist. Apparently he's a Buddhist as well as everything else he is. So this is my problem. You take the X Factor. Okay, we have more information that verifies Bruce Lee as an actual sound fighter. Steven Seagal, we have people like Chuck Norris laughing at. Oh, ha, 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 ha. You got fucking, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, ha, 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 ha. You got all these other like actual known fighters laughing at him that, oh, he's full of shit. So when you have that, and none of them come out and say anything. That's the thing. Like Chuck Norris never comes out and actually says it, but he's like, the way he words minces his words when it comes to these individuals and these fighters. They're like, eh. Oh, he seems like a nice guy. Like fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme he seems like a nice guy was his response. And Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing a lot of drugs back in the day too. That like he got hardcore into the drugs when certain things came out. After like later in life, oh fuck man, he was heavy in the drugs. But he laughs about it. He thinks it's funny. So like now you get to the big thing that just happened recently. The most recent this is what put the nail in my for X Factor against these two fighters. Apparently, Steven Seagal was offered a fuck ton of money to get into an official fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme. A fuck ton. Millions of dollars for a one match. He's full of shit. So, like I said, in a safe place, according to this, his next film. I'll do that again. Maybe I'll see if let's see. Steven Seagal in a safe place movie. There is no movie. Now, his next movie after this was Under Siege. Was he talking about Under Siege? Because Under Siege also made him very popular. Like, Above the Law was his big one. Under Siege really blew him up. Now I'm gonna look at something else here. Okay, he says something else in here. We're using the AI to do this. So yeah, I could send you guys some screenshots. But next on the docket, did Steven Seagal have control of all the action in the picture of Under Siege? Did not have, okay, so now Steven Seagal did not have total control of all the action in Under Siege, as the film was directed by Andrew Davis. Shaped the overall vision and pacing of the film. Steven Seagal's influence was he was a producer. He was, okay. Now martial arts control. Okay, so he might have been talking about Under Siege. So he might have been talking about this. Martial art control. He personally coordinated and directed his own specific Aikido-based style self-defense and fighting techniques to ensure hand-to-hand combat fit his exact style. He was always capable of that. He was doing that in Above the Law. Script. Steven Seagal contributed to shaping the narrative of the character traits to match his own heroic image. Yeah. That was Andrew Davis managed the camera angle, professional stunt coordinator. Okay, so no, he did not do the whole thing. There was like other people involved. By the way, people ask, has Steven Seagal ever fought a real fight? Steven Seagal has never competed in a sanctioned professional combat sports match or any documented real format in the fight world. His martial art background, Steven Seagal is trained in Aikido and rather than a professional fighting. While there's been no official fight records, there are well-known, heavily discussed backstage stories of that film, the Jean LaBelle incident, the stuntman complex. Yeah, I'm going at it from that. Like this is why so that's my problem with it. It's 3-1. That's why I go through the ABCs of combat. What is the ABCs of combat? Okay, the ABCs are this, 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 and this. Okay, then you take that. Because here's what happens when you have the ABCs of combat. I'm going to put on something right now, Bob. I put it in the general. Hit play. It's in general. It's a new message.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to close this book.
I'll come back to it in a sec. We're going to keep going. I'm just hammering a fucking point here, just to fucking put a nail in a coffin.
All right. Give me a second. So, where'd you put it?
It's in general. It's the next thing. You've probably seen this. This is what happens when you have this is what happens when a bigger guy runs into a guy who actually knows what the fuck he's doing and has the speed, skill, and strength to do something. We're gonna see
this video makes me happy. Not necessarily because this guy's a punk, but it's a little bit of that justice that fits in. But
yeah, okay.
Tell me when to hit play.
Yeah, hit play. Watch this fight. This is so quick, it's not even funny. Is it on it's on the stream? Yeah, it's on the stream. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, play. I love this. This is a trained guy versus someone who isn't trained. Mm-hmm. He walks into him, gets close.
Probably some gopnik.
Yeah, he gets laid out instantly.
Done. 1, 2. You can feel the tempo of that.
He got into his face, boom, boom, boom. He hit him 3 times in a row, hard as he fucking could. That's why I say you always got to. The little guy doesn't always win a fight. Remember, luck is a huge factor in a call. And dude, I have lost fights against smaller guys. I have won fights against bigger guys. I've taken on kids who were older than me when I was a kid. I took on guys who weren't older than me. I tried to drown someone in a bog once. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
No, we got, dude, I got in some fights with bigger kids, man. 6th grade kids all the time. I was a smaller guy. The problem is I'm the stronger guy. You don't want to fuck with the stronger guy. You don't want to fuck with a guy who actually knows how to throw a punch. That's how that usually works. With 3 other people. So who are these 3 other people? Every gunshot, every punch, and every kick you're going to see is a fantastic action, and no one is telling me what to do. Okay, so will In a Safe Place have more martial arts than other films? Okay, Steven Seagal, a lot of action and a lot of martial arts. I'm going to show some kenjutsu, art of the sword, for the first time.
Okay. Yeah, I just opened the book. A lot of action, a lot of martial arts, some kenjutsu, art of the sword for the first time. Okay.
How long have you been training in Aikido in Japan before you were introduced to kenjutsu?
Maybe I kind of wish it didn't have the intro in there. Deuced. Yeah. You've been deuced. Maybe 10 years.
Yeah. Do you consider 10 years an appropriate length of time in a Aikido before someone should introduce you to kenjutsu? Okay.
I don't really know. I just know that kenjutsu is very, very, very difficult to learn. It's the hardest thing that I've ever tried to learn. When I was in Tokyo, there was a particular master who was a Zen priest that I wanted to learn from, but he wasn't accepting any students. I went to this guy for a couple of years, frequently asking him to teach me. And he always said no. But at one point, he started to teach me. And that was my first experience with Genjutsu. Most of the Genjutsu masters I know are very quiet, very secretive in nature. They don't accept students from the outside. They don't talk to anybody.
Why did this Zen priest teach you? Because you probably lied about it, and you teach Kenjutsu, and it was it was your preference.
Okay. Was it your persistence?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm almost at a point now where I'm like, this guy's bullshit starting to piss me off. Okay, go ahead.
It's starting to smell even worse than before. Yeah. I think it was probably my showing up on his doorstep 5 days a week ago. Wait, what? Doorstep 5 days a week for a long, long time. This particular teacher that I started out with was very careful with me. I've studied with a lot of different teachers. I've studied with the kinds of teachers where when you stand in front of them with a sword, you're afraid you're going to die. It's a matter of life and death. But this guy was very careful. Cut. Wait, with... Oh. No. It's not there. It actually goes down through the picture.
Oh, it does. Shit. Okay,
yeah, that's why I was like, what? Ew. Whoever did the orientation of this text, please
There's
fix it.
probably people out there who would kill me, but believe me, I'm ready to go if I have to go. If you want to fight me, come fight me to the death.
Where did you read that?
It's the actual, like, it's the side header next to the picture.
Very careful with me.
Yeah.
He started out similar in a way I started out in karate, working on a post or doing kata forms for years before I ever got to spar. And this guy was similar. I'm getting tired of the accent. This man speaks too slow. He started me out learning the basic cuts and angles for a long time. Real simple stuff. If you really know Aikido well, in the advanced steps, or advanced stages rather, you understand all the basics of Kenjutsu. There's a lot of cutting with the hands and advanced Aikido, and we started out with basic cut to the front of the face or the top of the head. Now, as basic as it sounds, it's very frightening. Cut, it takes years to learn, but when you really know it, you can see it coming. There's never a block and a counter in Kenjutsu, ever. Okay.
Always one move.
It's always one move, it's always one cut. In fact, one of the mottos I learned, one cut, one life. It's not a counter strike, it's a strike, but a counter within the strike. I feel like I just lost some brain cells.
No. Again, this is why like I said, my X factor comes from this. This is why he loses the X factor. Because right here, in a safe place was a movie never made.
When you think, every time you say X Factor, I'm thinking of Marvel versus Capcom.
That's my problem with this fucking schmuck. Where were you able to ask an instructor a question? Were you confused with something? You don't ask, you don't say, but why? In 6 months or a year, you can ask a question, and you might be able to understand. Again, he builds a great mythos.
Shut the fuck up.
He builds a great mythos here. Like, fuck no. Like I said, he's an amazing actor. He is full of shit on every level, but I have never had a martial artist.
Hey, Robbie.
I've known some old Asian
fuckers. My headphones aren't on.
Oh, hello, DJ.
Pardon my language. I hope that wasn't part of the stream.
No. Well, I explained the ABCs of combat. And we're into the bullshit. Steven Seagal has been talking about a great brand new movie that never came out. It's called In a Safe Place.
Well, his safe space is outside of the combat arena. No, I'm kidding. Okay, hey, sorry,
so
just a heads up.
Yeah.
I might have to dip out early. But like I forgot. Like I got up late and shit. But my friend messaged me. He goes, "Hey, you gonna be on my stream tonight?" So I don't know what time his stream is on, but I'm just setting up my OBS. I'll listen. I'll contribute to this conversation. But if I have to dip out because I literally have to be somewhere, I'll let you know.
Oh, hello,
No
our person. We got a couple people came in. We got a couple people said hi. Hello.
Oh, cool.
Welcome.
Now we got good. If I leave, at least you got one cool person here. I mean, Bob's cool too, but Oris is like
Fuck you, man.
on my level.
Okay, so
fucking
I just relate to Oris a little more. That's
so-
all. I was never in the Navy. I don't know what it is to serve. Me and Oris are more alike because we did not serve in the military like you guys, and that's the only thing that.
I never
I'm digging
served.
myself a hole
The
here.
chief never served.
Sure,
I've
you did.
never
He's a chief.
served.
I thought.
I've just
Didn't you
had
say you were in the
friends.
Canadian Army?
No.
I have friends who went through some violent.
Oh. Okay, I thought you
Care
were.
for them for the last fucking 10 years. That's what. My servant is looking after my buddy who fucking got fucked up by a lot of shit that happened to him when he went
Gotcha.
and stuff. And so I became a volunteer for a couple of veteran stuff. I helped out vets on the side because I met through him. I met a couple old salts who I met through them, and then I kind of like got buddy with these guys. There's a reason why I have a lot of respect for these people because I know what they've gone through my my buddy who had some horrible stuff happen. He's still kicking around, but he's doing way better now. I haven't heard from him in a while, and I know his wife is taking care of him, and he's got kids going, and everything's going good. His life's doing good now, but there was a time it was bad. It was really fucking bad. Like he was really rough, and so far he seems to be doing a lot better now. And I haven't heard from him in a
I'm
long
happy for
time.
that guy.
Yeah,
But so tell us more about the battlefield of Steven Seagal and his combat exploits in the movie that he was
So I'm
planning.
going to explain to you when I do hypotheticals for fighting, I use what's called the ABCs of combat. Now, the way the ABCs of combat work like this. This is how I gauge who wins a fight in these type of scenarios. Like if I was to do a Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee, or let's say Chuck Norris versus Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, size, physical capabilities. Well, Jean-Claude Van Damme is a bigger man than Chuck Norris. Martial art training and skill based off their physical capabilities. Well, between both fighters, it was more known that Chuck Norris was still training even in his older years. Like the fucker was working out the day before he died. He was in the gym. The man was a very fit and healthy man. Very fit and healthy man. Some people say that might be the reason he might have worked himself to death.
I remember a coworker was telling me I should do steroids. Well, he wasn't telling me I should do steroids, but he was telling me about steroids, and he said that Chuck Norris didn't do a lot of them, but like if you're old, you could do low dose steroids to kind of help with your health. Now I don't know if that's what killed the guy, but what I'm saying is like it's true that people who are very fit and muscular, like somebody's like they really take to it, and it's a beautiful thing, but when you're getting older and you're 80, you do have to let up a little bit, even though it's awesome to be fit, like and muscular. There is maybe a thing where it starts to put a strain on the heart.
Yeah. So for me,
steroids, but yeah.
So for me, between both fighters, if we were to look at both of them, you look at both their capabilities. Well, then at their prime, when they're both at their peak, I would say Chuck Norris was probably more training and would have more training than Jean-Claude Van Damme. Although Jean-Claude Van Damme was a very beefy boy. He's a big boy. That guy had some real muscle on him. Both of them were both equally training and fit motherfuckers. Then you go into martial art history. Between both of them, Chuck Norris kind of wins that fight, but that's kind of a 50-50. Both of them in their own professional fighting, both of them there, that's that equal situation. So that one goes into a draw because both are equally skilled fighters in both schools, in the multiple schools they've been in. And this fly just died. Haha, got him. Killed that motherfucker. And then you get into the X factor. Now, the X factor is what in their histories have compelled both fighters and who both of these guys are between what they are. Now, the reason I would say Chuck Norris wins this is also a guy who has combat training. This is a guy who actually has some level of X factor to him. So his X factor comes from the fact he was a military trained man. So then we add that to the X factor. So in a way, between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris, the reason I would personally put my money behind Chuck Norris winning is because he may be a little stronger than Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he has an X factor. Those are the two. Now, the thing is, I don't know if I can give. See, here's my problem with it. I don't know if I can give the strength to that. I still think this might even come out to be a draw anyway, because both fighters are, they have their reps. But it was, I would say Chuck Norris in his physical prime, even though he was a smaller guy, he had a little more edge. That's kind of how I do my ABCs of fighting. I don't come from it from a perspective of like, oh, I just picked a guy because someone said something shit. I actually look at the numbers and then make a decision. And so that's where the ABCs of combat goes. So, you with me there, DJ?
Basically.
Yeah. So you understand where I come from with these hypothetical bullshits. Because it is hypothetical bullshit. It's basically it's basically nerding out on bullshit.
Well, is it all bullshit if like there's no practical demonstration either way?
Yeah.
Like we got character references and stuff, that's relevant, but is it relevant to the combat?
Well, that's
the
problem.
Cover some combat, I guess. What was the high point in the combat that would really highlight? What would you consider like the strongest? I don't know if I should be. It's kind of like asking you what the best computer is, but like, what's your strongest? You know what I mean? Like out of that chain of logic.
Well, my strongest for that chain of logic is their actual records in martial arts.
Okay.
They have an actual fighting record. Both of them are celebrated martial artists.
Now, of course, there was that fight where I'm sorry, you were still finishing your point. I apologize. I'm countering before you. Not really countering, but I'm just giving you counter points. But no, go on, please. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm done. That's all I have to say.
I just remember this one video that was interesting. It was like a breakdown of a fight. I think it was a Aikido fight. And it was Bruce Lee and this other guy, and they were sort of dressed like that Star Trek episode when Riker and that old guy were doing like some kind of Japanese thing in the fighting arena instead of the holodeck. I think it was Riker's dad.
DJ, I'm listening. Well, anyway, I gotta use some facilities. Go ahead.
Yeah, he got to pee. Keep going.
So basically, I just remember one of the things the video did was it highlighted when the opponent was telegraphing his moves. So it was like almost like it looked like a real fight, but there was like, more of a showiness to it in the sense that like Lee had the opportunity to kind of like, basically this is Lee going up against real fighters instead, because Lee's a movie guy. He's not a fighter. I mean, like, yeah, he trained as a fighter, but he's not on the level as these guys were in this fight. And apparently like the guy had like a couple of times in the fight, they were able to highlight in the video where the guy was able to give Lee a clue, a hint, like this is my next move. And so, I mean, does that mean he can't beat Seagal? I don't know, but does it show that he's maybe not as big of a fighter as we think? Maybe.
Well, no, choreography in I was going to say a TV series, but in this case, a movie. Fight choreography is a different beast from actually fighting, because you'd never get to know what the opponent's going to throw out if they're smart. But for a movie, you need that choreography. You need a flow, that way nobody gets hurt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for a movie, you need that. Absolutely. This wasn't a movie. That's what I'm saying. This video was not a movie. It was filmed. It was a fight that was filmed, but it wasn't a movie.
So the thing about Steven Seagal, now the whole Steven Seagal Bruce Lee fight. Now, I'm not doing this because I'm looking at Steven Seagal as a whole. I think he's a good actor. I think he's great at pretending to be a tough guy. He's one of the best. And
he's the best phony around. That's what acting is.
I also think he's very trained as an Aikido master. Although I'm not 100% sure about the Kenjutsu shit or the karate shit, because the karate shit was Mac Dojo stuff.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. But I kept pestering this old guy for some fucking reason.
So this is the thing about it. This is the thing about it. When you come to that, then when you get like that's where there are a lot of pluses that he looks at. Now, when I did the Bruce Lee fight between him, there's a reason I let Bruce Lee win out of the ABCs of fighting. How I'm looking at it is very simple. A, physical strength, physical capabilities. Well, both fighters, I would say Steven Seagal hands down wins. He's a stronger. He's bigger. He has larger reach. He would win. B, physical strength. Well, we actually do have Bruce Lee strength training. We do have what he has been capable of and what we've been looking at when we look at him as a fighter. Holy shit. This guy was a fucking tank. This guy was physically a tank. Like looking at his training regimens, it's stupid what he was capable of. And looking what he was doing. Then you look at Steven Seagal. We have some stuff that he apparently does. We're not even 100% sure because that's how Steve to keep that tough guy persona, to keep that I'm a badass, he likes to keep all that information hidden. What he actually does is compared to what he does do. I do believe he goes to the gym every day, and I do believe he practices some level of Aikido and stuff.
And I do believe he puts hot rocks on his shoulders.
Yeah. I believe in half the shit that he portrays. If you look at his physical stature back in the day, he would purposely wear clothes that would give a wider base shoulder and a wider base. The second he took those clothes off, he would wear everything would be to portray a bigger individual. But when you see him when he's actually not wearing any of that shit, there's quite a few scenes where he's not wearing that stuff. You look at him and he's like, he doesn't look that big. He looks lanky almost. He does. So I'm taking from the physical capabilities from what we know between the two fighters. Well, on a hypothetical fight, there's your reason. Now, your training. Well, we have Bruce Lee's training regimen. We know what Bruce Lee was trained in. We know what all the skills and stuff and his stuff. We have that. We know Steven Seagal's training, but the problem is with Steven Seagal is then you take all the bullshit that people have said. I was trained by the CIA. No, you weren't. Bullshit. I was trained by Navy SEALs. No, you weren't. Bullshit. I was trained by the Marines. No, you were not.
Well, what if he knew a Marine? What if he knew a Marine who trained him, like a friend? It's like being trained by a Marine.
You want to get into that?
The Marines are a family, and one Marine is all Marines, and so he's trained by Marines.
I will tell you a funny story. Someone talked about sailing, and because again, these are all articles, these are all things you can find about the guy. I can tell you the story. So apparently he went out with someone, talked about how much of a special forces guy. He got in there was a huge store. The special forces, the actual Marine, the actual Navy SEAL, the guy actually had the training, was laughing at him because he was crying and wanted to go back to shore.
Well,
there's no more freedom than the open water.
He didn't go to Navy SEAL training. He was trained by a Navy SEAL. That's the point.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, crying and pissing yourself does not fall under that training.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, that's why he didn't go to Navy SEAL training. He was trained by a Navy SEAL. Obviously, he can't lie. Well, he can't tell people he went to Navy SEAL training because, I mean, that's documented pretty well, right? That's like stolen valor level. Yeah. So he must have been implying, I'm granting a lot here, that...
I'll be real with you. The only thing that relates to a SEAL that this man has is the fucking blubber.
Okay, so here... Again, the whole stolen valor shit. There's him wearing a beret and stuff. That's stolen valor.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna defend that.
No, this guy legitimately has fucking again. He is really good at producing himself as a tough guy. I wouldn't want to pick a fight with an Aikido master. I'm not gonna go to.
Okay, I gotta interject here real quick.
Yeah.
So DJ. One of the first things you are taught in boot is how to wear your uniform. And it's even gotten to the point where in season 3 of Reacher, I paused because I was like, that belt, she's wearing that wrong. That's not how you wear that belt. I had to stop and I was like, no, that's not how you wear that belt because it makes you look like a shit bag. Now fix it.
Yeah. No, can I be honest with you? I believed his bullshit back in the day. This is the other reason why I'm outright talking about it like this, is because I believed it. People saying to me back in the day, well, he was a CIA agent. He went on wet works. He went and did wet work, secret shit. No, he didn't. No evidence of this at all.
What wet work? Fucking chug jug?
Yeah. So this is
maybe he went to Senva Kagari, I can't say it. Maybe
oh my
went
god!
To a water gun fight.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that T-shirt contest. No, sir.
So this is where I come. This is why I get a little salty over this, is because when you start realizing it's all bullshit, you have to look at a guy, and then like let's take. Like, again, this is coming from vets. This was coming from my vet buddy. So this is why I have a little more. These guys were like, when you bring up Steven Seagal to one of these old salts that actually were in that area at that time.
You brought it up to me.
Yeah.
And I'm a recent guy, and I'm like, no. No.
This guy, that's my problem with it. I think he is one of the greatest tough guy builder. I think he's better than Frank at selling bullshit. Frank Dukes is one of the greatest bullshit artists in martial arts. And the funny thing about Frank Dukes is, I truly believe Frank Dukes can kick some ass. I actually would never want to get in a physical fight with Frank Dukes because I do believe he is a very trained martial artist. But that's where the bullshit. That's where the rest of this and all that other crap. It's fucking bullshit. It's a fucking lie.
It's bad. Every time I mention Frank Dukes, the only thing that comes to mind are Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. That's
Dukes.
Bikinis on top.
That's one of the bullshit. So anyway, back to Steven Seagal selling us. By the way,
oh my God, we're finally back! Holy shit! It took us how long?
I had to explain. All right. Okay.
Let me unlock my phone. There we are.
You're okay. Here's where it drives me nuts. Were you able to ask the instructor questions when you were confused? You don't ask. You don't say. But why? In 6 months or a year, you can have that question, and you might be able to understand it. But first, you can't even understand it. So you just do whatever they tell you for the first couple years. Okay.
Translation. Translation. This man didn't follow up on his Duolingo, so of course he didn't understand what the guy was saying.
Bullshit. I have never. Dude, I've known some crazy Asian martial artists. I've met a couple of them over the years. I've never met one that didn't go, dummy, up the side of your head. You fuck up. Get up and do it again.
That is such a Hollywood thing.
Master? What did I do wrong, master? You dumbass! Point it like this. And they would literally show you what you were doing. They have no problem smacking you up the side of the fucking... Dude, I have stories where literally I have stories of Master Roshi spanking female students in the butt back in the day. I have people talking about that where they got the butt spank back in the day. I know female martial artists. And she told me, they'd spank you in the ass and say, you fucking do this, you fuck up, you do this, and he'd show you how to do it. He wouldn't fucking.
DJ, are you like me and the only thing you could picture is he's trying to discipline the chief, but since the chief is so tall, he has to get like a step ladder just to smack him on the head?
I've never actually been trained by. I've never been trained by one of these crazy Asian guys, but I know people who have been. Like these guys do some stupid training. I've not that insanity of training on fucking mountains where you have a stone fucking floor. Not that shit, but some like, okay, run through the forest for the next 2 hours. Go get me my supper. Good morning, Rum. Rum, if you want to join us, you could, you're welcome to it. Maybe you can tell us about the crazy Asian masters that smack you up the side of the head. But this is still any kind of
Rum's going to be a crazy Asian that's going to smack me upside the head.
Yeah. Is there any kind of advice that you would
offer a beginning Aikido or Kenjutsu practitioner?
Okay.
Go for it, Chief Seagal.
Yeah. There is an old saying, basically says, rather than spending 10 years of jurors training with one teacher, whatever, spend 10 years to find the right teacher. You know what? First thing he said that I haven't wanted to discount. I kind of agree with that.
That is fair.
That is fair. When you learn something wrong for a long time, it's really hard to unlearn it. Fucking true too. Totally agree there. You
have to find a teacher who knows his basics. And if you look at his students, you'll be able to see that. If you look at Shotokan Karate Master Tsutomu Oshima, you might not even know that he, on to the next page, knows his basics. Because they're gone. You can't see them anymore because he's too advanced. But if you look at his students, you'll see them.
Does this concept apply to Aikido as well? Well, yeah.
Fucking reporters, man.
Hey, yeah, no problem, man. That does. Actually, you know what? That actually is a solid that's a solid question to ask if there's any parallels to the martial arts karate, which there's parallels in all martial arts, including HEMA. Because you can see training maneuvers and knife fighting and other fighting that is exactly the same training that you would see when dealing with someone in judo or other martial arts on how to defend yourself against a knife fight or other type of maneuvers and drops and blocks. Like the body can only bend so many places. I haven't seen any martial art to show me something that allows me to throw a fucking fireball yet, although I have looked. Yeah, people who have really good in Aki. You won't see anything that they're doing. We will wear what is this?
Hakama. That's the robe.
Okay. And hide our feet so that you can't see the feet. That actually is that is actually a technique. They actually would put the big legging. They don't want you to see certain. That's also seen in certain fencing when you use the cloak to what you would do with a cloak is. And rapier fighting. I'm more knowledgeable on different more in HEMA shit because I actually did HEMA a lot more than I did any other martial arts. I actually love HEMA, but it's expensive. In that type of fighting, you would use the cloak as a way of hiding the blade. You'd want the blade behind the cloak, and you'd want to use the cloak to offset your maneuvers. You're most of the time what you're trying to do is you're trying to block or sway the sword or try to move the sword away so you can hit with your weapon and having your weapon set at that thing. It's an interesting technique. I've seen some cool shit with that. People have used that in a really good way. In Above the Law, you seem so natural, as if you're simply playing yourself rather than a film role. Is that how you felt? Yes, that's pretty much his character role in the entire thing. Absolutely. That is what I want. To me, the key of being a good actor is not to act. Yes, and that's why he created his own personal role. Had stardom change you? Oh, fuck yeah, it did. Holy shit, did it ever.
Oh, look at that first line. I don't let it affect me at all. I treat everybody with a lot of respect, except for that director, apparently, that you shat talk earlier in this interview.
You gotta love this. The DJ. Okay, you know the movie Above the Law, right? Classic Seagal movie.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I can picture it. It's Steven Seagal doing action in a movie, and he's above the law, or he's fighting someone who's above the law.
It's loosely based off the story of a mobster that ended up getting they ended up having to kill. It's actually loosely based off an actual thing. Basically a mobster. They even had some of the Gambitos. I believe this is the movie that got him connected to the mob. This is right around the time when there's a lot of suspect shit going on in Warner Brothers. I can't really get into because I don't 100% know, but I remember there's these weird connections to the Italian mafia. And I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get you in trouble there. I don't want you to sleep with the fishes there. They still have huge connection in New York. But the funny thing about this, I treat everyone with a lot of respect. He just badmouthed this director in the article earlier, like you wouldn't fucking believe. But here's what I love about it. The next movie, guess who is director? Under Siege, which I believe is his very next movie. The movie that made him the most famous and gave him that whole military thing. That's when he started going around telling people he was like, a secret special forces. That's when it started becoming the wet lurks and stuff and all that other, like to see all that other bullshit. That is literally right after Under Siege.
Okay. Yep.
Same director, by the way. Yeah, same director. So he just spent at least a couple of sentences bad mouthing that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he get next movie. Guess who's doing?
I love people. I keep my shoulder to the wheel. I keep practicing martial arts. On New Year's Eve, I went to the dojo to teach Aikido into the new year. How many movie stars do you know? Sorry, I lost my place. Who are doing that? It's an old tradition that, to me, it is symbolic of humility, respect, discipline. I even brought my family down there.
Okay. Now, let's see. Because he had a dojo. Steven Seagal had a dojo in, I think it was California or LA. How often did Steven Seagal train in his dojo and teach people in America?
Aikido, but yeah, in America.
No, in America, because we can actually find this out. Okay, so 1989. Okay, so he regularly taught. Okay. So around 1984, he is telling the truth. Steven Seagal trained and taught ongoing daily basics after returning to the U.S. in the early mid-1980s. He opened up the Tenzin Dojo in the West Hollywood, California. This is where he got a lot of these other people because people wanted to know the new magical martial art that existed. Everyone during this period in the 80s, this was a thing in Hollywood, California. He regularly taught celebrities and stuntmen who did day-to-day public classes, logged in decades of officially. The logs from decades are not officially tracked or published. Okay, move back to 1984. He spent time in New Mexico. He established the other dojo. So, no, he actually is private and celibate. Yes, basically what he did was, if the stories are true, he hooked up with one woman. This is actually true from actual reports. Hooked up with one woman. That didn't go so well because it wasn't working. Hooked up with another Hollywood star, and he started teaching dojo. Like he did this dojo as a way. He picked his point. This man, okay, let's say this right now. Steven Seagal is not a stupid man. We've talked a lot of shit today about him. This man is highly intelligent. He knows how to manipulate a scenario very good, like a cockroach. He is very good at knowing when to do stuff. When he jumped into the martial art craze of the 80s, because there was a huge martial art craze in the 80s and 90s, he built a dojo in an area where he could get the most actual people coming in. Now, how much truth behind apparently him knowing somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody that got him in touch with certain people, that's debatable. But him creating a school in what's it called is actually very true. That is actually very, very true. That is not me disrespecting the man. I will give him props for that. When I see stuff he's done, did your martial arts training help adjust to the Hollywood lifestyle? Oh fuck yeah, it did.
I think so, because I have a center. I know myself. All the time I hear rumors, people saying things about everybody, generally jealousy. When I hear remarks like Steven Seagal bribed Sensei.
That was his former. Okay. So
yeah, it says
to
Aikido founder Morihei Yoshiba.
This guy, this guy was Sensei, paid him off there showing disrespect to the Humbrew headquarter dojo. And so the way this works is apparently he married the guy's wife. He married the guy's daughter to this martial art master, this prime master. Then he left the dojo to go do his crazy dojos in Hollywood. When he did that, he was still married to that woman. He left the woman and the kids there. It is a scuzzy as fuck thing for him to do.
I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
It's the next line.
yeah, I don't pay attention to it. Yeah, okay. Now,
in this country, there are only a small handful of martial art masters, and I think I know most of them. And most of them and I are very close friends, and we respect each other a lot. I think that when you know yourself and you have a center, you don't even have to reply to a lot of these things. Oh yeah, when you're in Ivory Tower, you're well above sea level.
That's the truth. Your thoughts on this? Do you think what's your thoughts, DJ? Yeah, I'm here. I'm asking DJ what his thoughts are. Are you still here, DJ? You muted?
DJ Ronnie?
DJ.
Mr. Ronnie?
What's your
there?
One moment, please. Crap, where's the mute button on the other side of this thing? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I lost my browsers. Now you're good. I got it. There we go. Hey man, yeah, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Okay. I was asking you your thoughts on what we were talking about, if you thought there was anything like what he's saying right now about him having all these friends and stuff. In
fairness, like not talking about the fighting ability against Bruce Lee here, just about the character, not only the character, but like his fighting training experience here, because I'm not using his words, or I don't think anyone was using his words to prove his fighting ability. But yeah, I mean, like, Pixar didn't happen. Like, okay, you were trained by Navy SEAL. I see that he says you caused a bit of fury in the past over the comments regarding Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, among others. Oh my God, yeah, it could cause some fury, all right.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So right here,
it's really just the Navy SEAL claims and things of that nature, where it's like, okay, who's your friend?
That's the problem. The people who were apparently his friends have been calling his ass out over this shit.
Oh.
That's the problem. The people who did this, now they're all dead now. It's been long since dead, but they called this fucker out. The Gambino family, because he used to walk around carrying a gun where we went. The Gambino family, the mobsters, they've called his ass out. Like,
dude, the Gambinos.
Yeah. Remember, the Gambinos had a huge fucking connection to Hollywood, and I really do think there was a lot of movies being made during the 80s and the 90s that definitely had mob money. I don't know if you agree with me on that one, but there was
possible, because I mean, the movie The Godfather shows, in the 50s how the mob, was really involved in a lot of these things, and the 80s is sort of like when they were really cracking down on the mob in New York, when Giuliani was actually the deputy accusator. What do you call that shit?
Judge, prosecutor. Yeah.
And basically, like, he really went after them hard, and sometimes he's a real shit about it, but he did do it. I'll give him credit where it's due. He did manage it. Just, my mom knew some stuff about how he would dig up dirt on these people and the way he had pretty rough tactics. But my point is that one of the things that I learned both from, like, I saw The Godfather way after I learned about the mob, but I remember, like, watching documentaries about 1980s New York, and how the mob at one point had this like situation where people were just killing each other, like taking out hits and all these things, and it was like kind of bit like anarchy. And
there's an infamous,
this is contrast in the
thinking
50s
about
where they
that.
weren't dealing drugs. At one time, the mob didn't really sell drugs at all. And
No,
I
because
remember
it was
even in
the
the movie,
Mexican cocaine, because
portrayed this a bit
that
in
was
the
the
movie
rise of the Mexican
Goodfellas,
cartels.
when
And I
Paulie
believe
was
that
kind
was
of
the
like,
rise.
being a dick to Ray Liotta for selling drugs, and it's like, dude, like, you didn't do shit for him. It's like, this guy's your loyal lackey, and all you give him is $50 at the end of his career in the mob. Like, really? What the fuck? So no wonder Henry Hill ratted him out. But
Yeah, well, there's a lot.
what
There's
I'm
a
saying is
lot
there's a
to
lot of
that.
stability issues in the mob, and they used to have a bit more in the way of standards and how they carry things out. And when
Originally they did.
when the main
Originally
guy
they
in The
did.
Godfather
Like,
died and the son took over, Michael Corleone, he failed where his dad succeeded because apparently like the times were changing, and also he had a hot-headed brother, and just a hot mess. He wasn't really keeping that thing controlled properly. He wasn't handling the politics of different mob families, or he inherited a bad time. So I can see where Seagal. So bottom line is Hollywood funded a lot of this shit, and that's kind of like demonstrated in a lot of these things.
Yeah. So here's the thing about it. As stuff went on, like I said, this is where we're getting into the fun of Seagal. Seagal's bad mouthing people, because he talked a lot of shit. I don't really recall ever saying anything bad about Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
I think Bruce Lee was great. Well, unfortunately, there's other people who disagree. I think he was a great fighter and a great martial artist. I loved his attitude. I had a fortune to meet him. This is bullshit, apparently, and see him. And I know him a little bit. Although James Corbin, he was a very, very good, and I admire his attitude. And more than anything else, in the fact of his attitude, reminds me of my attitude in a ways. In terms, I really am wanting to accomplish
something and trying hard to get that. A lot of times you'll find things in print that you didn't say. Sure. I'm not going to comment on Chuck Norris. I don't recall ever saying anything bad about him in print. I don't like his movies, but I feel entitled to say that.
Yeah. Now, that's the thing. Now, here's the thing. He is technically right. But this, of course the media is going to, like, he'll say something like, oh, could you beat this person to fight? Well,
Chief, I want you to read the next line from the reporter.
So, verbatim, a verbal feud you had with Norris and friend Bob Wall has never been resolved as far as you're concerned.
It was like Norris's friend Bob. I was like, hi, I'm here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like I said, if he was something to say to me, if he has something to say to me, let him come and say it to my face. That's what I have to say to everybody. I don't know the man. I never met him. I don't know anything about him. There's a lot of people who have a low image of themselves, and they want to be noticed. They want to get next to celebrities. They're mentioning some of these names and trying to connect themselves to celebrities so they can be mentioned in print. My advice to those people is realize that you are somebody. They should have good image of themselves. Yep, we gotta scroll past the ad.
I just want to capture one and keep her in my room. Is that so wrong?
Yeah. No.
They have low self-esteem.
Yeah. Go ahead. If you didn't.
If they didn't have low self-esteem, they won't be saying all these silly things about other people. I know I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm capable of doing. I'm very comfortable with myself. Yeah, I bet you are. That fucking ego keeps stroking.
Yeah.
I may not be the toughest guy in the world. You sure claim to be. I don't know, and I don't care. I really don't. But if anybody wants to come to me and do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say, I'm here. I might lose. There's probably people out there who could kill me. But you know something, believe me, I'm ready to go if I have to go. I don't care. I don't care if I live. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I lose. But you can bet your life I'll go for it. Come fight me to the death. You know, backing out of those fights doesn't really sound like that.
No, here's my problem with that. Right there. There's my biggest
diffusal of situation. The thing I accuse you of.
I don't claim to be a tough guy, but if I'm going, I'm going. Like, that is a common trait of somebody who isn't a tough guy.
Well, Chief, what I was going to say is like the same way you say I don't really care about that. And I was like, oh, look at the stoicism here. And I know I'm pulling your leg, but in this case, this is like stoicism to protect ego and to not look as bad.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to, like, dude, if I'm in a physical confrontation, I am not, when I say I want to, I will fight as far as I need to go. If that means I have to hurt somebody, I will hurt somebody. But I don't ever want to go near that shit. Fuck that shit. I would rather turn and run away any day of the minute. There's a difference between that and this. That's when it's funny. It's kind of a...
Oh, I'd say don't go around looking to pick fights because they'll find you faster than you think. Oh, they'll find you.
This is what I'm saying about that. This is what I'm saying about that. About this bullshit. Like, he's going at it. Like, he talks, oh, I don't care, and I really don't know anybody who wants,
if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Yeah. It's like he's trying to think of, like, the hardest quotes of past movies. That's like Drogoff right there from Rocky.
Yeah. There are stories about how in Japan you literally threw people out of your dojo onto the streets. Any truth of this? You bet. After we dragged their limp bodies down the stairs.
What? Wait. We dragged their limp bodies down the stairs. What? What? That makes it sound like he got like a serial killer basement.
I was a white boy teaching Japanese martial arts, and they didn't like that. Okay, this is where he starts really stroking it. Has your martial art training suffered since you began your film career?
Well, there was a time I was practicing 8 hours a day. I'm not able to do that. But I do have trainers. And I do have people come up to my house every morning. And I do still teach at the dojo a lot. I'm still giving a lot of private lessons, so I keep training. That is such a non-response.
A very funny thing about that. Now, what he's saying is actually, this is how a lot of these guys, this is how a lot of these bullshitto guys got into got people to fall for their shit.
That wasn't even a yes or no. That was just words.
Yeah, I know. But that's how a lot of these guys did that. Yoga was a good example of this. There was a well-known guy who did yoga, hot yoga, the creator of hot yoga. Well, other than the fact that he ended up going to jail for a lot of horrible shit, he did a lot of private lessons.
Take the reins, Chief. Bathroom break.
Are you disappointed? It took nearly a year and a half to get your second film on screen. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I felt like they should have been back out there a lot sooner, but because of cable television and video, it doesn't seem like people have forgotten about me. When I walk down the streets, people recognize me. How well did Above the Law do on videotape? It did very well. It was stupendous. Okay. Rumor that has been becoming difficult to work with since the success of Above the Law. Any truth to that? Oh, fuck yeah. Holy shit. No, yeah, After the fact, that body fucking count came up really, really, really high. Anybody who says otherwise, oh no. He got known right after that and some of the other shit. Okay, I think I'm with professional people. It's easy to work with, but it's a real hard for me if I have to work with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing because my name and my reputation are on the line. You worked with your wife, Kelly Lee Brock, in Hard to Kill. That was his wife that hooked up with him in the thing. That's the thing. By the way, kids in Japan, another relationship before that. That was, yeah. He kept a separate life for quite a while.
Well, it just makes him a Adonis, a Genghis Khan. More proof to his prowess.
Like the problem is, he has kids in Japan. They don't consider him they don't consider him father. They hate him. Like there's a level of hate. But I'm not gonna. That's not me. That's me shitting on the man. I'm not gonna shit on the man first. Like this doesn't have anything to do with a lot of the physical fighting stuff. But this is me showing how much of a little bit of a bullshit artist this guy is.
Yep, Bob's back.
I love it. Although Kelly was sweet, charming, wonderful source of energy for me. A lot of fun. We had a great time. And I think that is...
That appears to be it?
Yeah, I think that appears to be it. I think
9 deadliest weapons.
Yeah, I think we'll call it here because we are almost at like the big mark here. So we're going to get to our cat. And we're going to get to the big UFC fight.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to that. We can always look at this other stuff later, guys. It's nothing stopping that. There's nothing going on that. If you guys want to see more of us look at the fun that is the martial arts stuff that exists out there, you want us to look at more black belt, we're definitely looking at the Chuck Norris thing because I actually really do want to see that Chuck. I really want to look at that. I think that's it. There it is. Okay, UFC Championship, the very first UFC. Interesting controversy after the fact, but I don't know. Like I'm up in the gray air for this. So what was your thoughts? Let's Bob, let's get Bob. I want to get your full thoughts on this very first UFC, and then I'll kind of come in. So go ahead. Here go.
Okay. Now, is this directly related to modern UFC that we have right now on like ESPN?
No.
Okay. That I had to ask that because it's like if it was, I could see them all coming together. But this UFC, thank goodness it's not related because this shit was a mess. It was a mess with both fighting styles and rules, but also, what is it, body weight? The body weight index, so you don't throw a featherweight against a heavyweight and have that featherweight's head get sheared off by a right hook.
Which they literally did when a sumo fought a featherweight.
yeah, I saw that, but it was interesting to see the sumo. Honestly, it's like the moment he got the sumo on the ground, is just whack, just like a crack with that man's kick, and that sumo lost a tooth.
Yeah, he did more. He cut him fucking up and he punched him. This is one of the craziest fightings. I don't know if you've ever seen the very
last time I seen something this wild, it was that Japanese wrestling that you showed me where they had like barbed wire and explosives.
Oh yeah. That's what we're. So DJ, did you watch the first UFC or no?
I did not. The first ever?
Yeah, we have it on the channel. I've even put it in LCX's Discord. I put it in everyone's Discord because it's a very fascinating thing. In my opinion, if you want to look at martial arts and what martial arts is now, what like the UFC is now, holy fuck, is it a different beast.
But Chief also said these two things were not directly related. Modern UFC and this UFC are two different entities.
They are, but they are two different entities in the fact that, the modern UFC is literally a combination of multiple martial arts rolled into one, and everyone
with their own rule set.
Yeah, they technically use their own martial arts to make this. The OG UFC, for those that don't know, this was basically martial arts style versus martial arts style. And you had a sumo fight a taekwondo guy and a boxer guy, which this guy, by the way, this was way outweighted. Fucking scarily outweighted.
Even with the weight difference, those are like completely different fighting styles because most of the time for sumo, it isn't about beating the absolute piss out of your opponent. It's just getting them out of the circle.
Well, sumo does have a combat style. There actually is a functional old school combat style for sumo.
There is,
yeah.
but from what we see nowadays, it's like, yeah, you could still get away with a karate chop and smashing your head against the guy's forehead. Like a headbutt is allowed with the clash, but it's like there's no ring to throw this guy out of because it's like a cage match.
Yep. Then again, against a guy that big, this should have been against the size variable, this should have been an instant win. Like, this guy should have rammed him up against the wall, which sumo, he could have thrown him on the ground, and bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, it's over. This guy is done. But this guy was literally got his fucking butt rocked. And it's fascinating to look, because basically what happened, DJ, in this fight, in this very famous fight, I wish I could show it. I actually was kind of tempted to ask Dana White if we could actually watch it.
This ended up looking like E Honda versus Chun-Li in Street Fighter Third Strike.
Yeah, this guy was skinny as fuck. This guy had no, like, he was a fighter. You could tell he was a fighter because he had the muscle mass, but he wasn't really, like, he had a beer belly, for fuck's sakes. And what happened is, literally this sumo guy charged him, slipped, fell, hanging onto the cage as he fucking started punching, because basically he was punching him in the face, and it rocked him enough that he went down. And the second he went down, this kickboxer guy, this guy kicked the living fuck out of him. He kicked him, and the guy was on the ground. It was funny because the guy got punched a couple times in the face. He stepped back, and as the guy was get up, he fucking he loaded a fucking left. I think it was his right. Yeah, he loaded his kicking, his right leg, and he fucking plowed this guy hard into the head, as hard as he could. He hit him.
I was more worried about the guy's foot.
Yeah, he rocked him. That was one hell of a good kick. And this blood everywhere, the guy's bleeding from the eye, he got him good. So they basically, within that first 5 minutes, it was literally a 5-second fight. And it's funny because I've literally seen fights like that go down. I've seen guys where if it's over. It's over so fast. I've seen big guys to small guys. My favorite was my favorite one that I saw in real life for fighting. I have a friend of mine. He's basically the truck. He's a big fucker, big fucking burl. Like, he's not like, it's weird because he's fat, but he's not. He's kind of got that butterbean. And this little guy was talking shit about him because he walked up to this guy's girlfriend and was holding her shoulder for a couple seconds. And this guy charged him. And he fucking just grabbed him and grabbed his face and just kind of threw him on the floor. And when he got back up, he just decked him down. And really push, slam, bam, done. Like, yeah, no, this guy the funny thing is all it took was this guy to sidestep him. And then it was just out. It was one hell of a good fight. In that sense, it was so quick. And then we got, I believe it was a karate guy versus a kickboxer is next, if I remember correctly.
Think so.
Yeah.
It was the guy wearing the gi against kickboxer.
Yeah.
I think it was a jiu-jitsu guy. The guy in the gi.
Yeah. And there was a Hoist Gracie, I think, was after that fight. So these two guys fought, and he got his ass kicked by the bigger guy. The bigger guy beat the. And then it was the Gracie versus a boxer. That was kind of amusing to watch. The boxer had one fist gloved, and his other hand was braced. Remember, they literally said, we're going to do no gloves, and this guy decided to wear a glove. I'm assuming he decided to wear a glove because, that was going to be his hand he punched with, so he didn't want to wreck his fucking hand. And Gracie just took him out in a couple seconds. He got him on the ground.
I'm really surprised they don't do the glove thing. Like, that was the biggest, really? Not even on the guys who do other things? Like, even if it's just, a knuckle brace, I'm not asking for the full boxing mitt.
The story goes that, if I remember correctly, keep in mind I'm using memory to do this. If I remember.
Oh, same here. That shit went by like a blur for me. Most of those fights.
Yeah. So from memory, the way the story goes, they actually didn't want to do that because martial artists complain that they don't just punch, they grab and all this type of shit. So if you had gloves, it wouldn't give you the protection you need. So that's what that was. Next was, I believe that was the Ken Shamrock fight. And Ken Shamrock, back in the day, holy fuck was he built. I forgot how physically built Shamrock was. I forgot how built this motherfucker was. And, no, he owned the court. He wins that fight. And then I believe it was, it's the Gracie versus the one guy. And then I think it was Shamrock versus the other guy. And then it was the Shamrock Gracie fight, I believe, was the end fight. If I remember correctly. Yeah, this thing goes by quick. And it was their fights are very quick and fast. The funny thing about this is for something that's an hour long, an hour and 20-something minutes long, this feels shorter than that, doesn't it? Like, I think if you just do the fights alone, most fights are under, 5 minutes. I don't think...
Yeah, the fights did end rather quickly. And that was usually after first contact, because you have the initial part that takes most of the time, is they're gauging each other. You know, who's going to throw the first punch, make sure their spacing's good. Yeah, it's just that initial gauging is the part that takes the longest, but once the clash happens, unless it's a grapple into submission, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, I watched this back in the day, just kind of a little side. I'll tell a side tangent after when we get to the gaming. No, this was actually kind of cool. This was an interesting fight. This is their first epic battle. I wouldn't consider it an epic battle. Shamrock fucked up and he got caught. That's pretty much what happened. It's cool. It's cool to see this back from back in the day. Back in the day, this shit, this was innovative back in the day. So what's your thoughts on the UFC, Arus? Do you think this was kind of... I know you didn't watch it, but from what we've just described, do you feel that this was good, bad, or ugly? Cat, come back up.
Ugly, I guess.
Okay. Well, if you give us an explanation, that'd be great, my friend.
I don't know. I didn't put much thought into it.
Okay, so we're going to do a half hour. By the way, we do have a sponsor. I'd like to thank Nightwheel. And because Nightwheel actually bought us, gave us some games. And so we're going to play some of those games. We're going to play one of the games he gave us today. Thank you so much for getting those for us. It's just like a free game download. We're going to be looking at Eldrick. A very interesting game. All right, boys. And I'm going to get the cat out of the way, I think. So UFC is interesting for me because UFC was that show that I watched when I went to Blockbuster, and I was like, this is this controversial thing. And me and my buddy ordered pizza. We were like, ooh, no. And then we watched it and we were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, whenever you hear something's taboo and you finally watch the taboo thing as either a dare or like you wanted to, it's like, really?
Yeah.
This is what people lost their minds over?
Yeah. Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
I've had so many letdowns in that category. It first started when I was a kid, and it was like the Bloody Mary thing. I was like, man, nothing happened.
Yep. I know, I agree. I was super excited when I saw it. I was like, ooh, okay, Bloody Mary. I'm like,
Yeah,
and
then you learn all it is just a drink.
Yep. Well, it is
Bloody Mary thing, like when your friends tell you go to the bathroom, turn out the lights, and say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll appear in the mirror or whatever, or the lights will change red.
Yeah, a lot of people. Go ahead.
It's like things like La Llorona, El Cibon, or any other cryptid, like whatever those long trunk things were in Native American mythos, have more staying power than something like Bloody Mary.
I did find it funny though, back in the day. But anyway, so yeah, no, this was so controversial back in the day. I remember thinking to myself, "Ooh, this is so exciting! I've never seen. This is going to be I'm going to be so interested. Oh man, we're gonna see something no one else has seen." I went, "Oh my god, this is shit."
Yeah. It was kind of hard for me to sit through because it's like the guy's introducing the fighters and I'm like, skip, because all I'm here for is the fights. I don't care about any of the other fluff.
Yeah, and that was my problem with it. It was, that's my truth. It was Like, I was hoping for amazing, and I ended up with, like, something I forgot that was sucked, and, I thought it was fun to watch for what it is, because you look at it from the innovative side of wrestling, and, like, this type of styles of martial arts, and you can see the groundwork to one of the more interesting things that ended up happening in the future, right? You could see that fighting, that martial arts stuff being used in a way that we really do excite. And I am always excited to look up martial arts stuff. Like that's my favorite cup of tea. By the way, we are playing a survival horror game called Eldritch.
Yeah.
This is a game. Let me finish, Bob, before you go. This is a horror game where you play a person trapped in a library, and you have to go into books to find your secrets and defeat and fight your way through different Call of Cthulhu entities. Okay, go ahead, Bob. You're
thank
free.
God. Okay. Oh, it feels like forever every time he does one of those explanations. I never know when I'm going to be able to speak again. But I was going to say, I ask people, when it comes to like mythos that you stop believing when you're a kid but still stuck with you as an adult, what's your guys' picks? Because I know some people are like Bigfoot and Mothman, but what's your guys'?
Well, actually, I used to not believe in Bigfoot, and then I'm open to the possibility of Bigfoot now. As insane as it sounds, like I'm not sold on it per se, but like I want to believe, like the house hippo. I really want to believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Because, like,
yep.
It works. It actually kind of works. But things I don't believe, I got one. When I saw the movie Aliens, when I was a kid on Channel 11, there was
like Xenomorph Aliens with Ripley.
Yeah. A chest burst that came out of someone's stomach, and somehow I freaking surmised, I made this up myself, but I believe that if I ate too many shark bites, which are like little gummy candies that look like sharks, if I ate more than one pack of those, a monster would come out of my stomach. So I would self-regulate. Oh, the guy on the other.
I hear you. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I thought that sharks would come out of my stomach if I ate more than 2 packs of shark bites. So, I remember one time my brother and his friend were eating shark bites, and they're like, "Oh, you want a second pack?" And I'm like, "I'm good," and like, that was why.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Chief, you got any?
Well, you know what? I'll let Arus go because we can.
Okay.
Oh, it depends. Varying amounts of time. I usually don't do the Thursday show, so I don't really know the rhythm the same. He's actually usually transitions to a game for the ladder segment, which he's doing now. So usually I dip out if I have to do something now. But
no,
they brought up what's your childhood horror. Wait, am I on microphone? Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I muted you guys.
Hi.
But yeah, anyway, Wade, you guys can't hear each other. That's all right. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I apologize. I'm listening. If that means anything.
No, you're welcome. Like,
it's okay, man. If you gotta head out, feel free, man. We love having you.
Yeah, we love having you on. And we were just asking Arus because I want to give Arus stuff because I feel like we're everyone's beating over ours, and I think ours deserves.
I'll be real with you. There are times I forget he's here because he's so quiet.
I know, I like it because every once in a while he gives that sarcasm that comes right out of left field and just fucking makes me laugh because I'm like, Jesus fuck you, fucking brilliant fucking baby boy.
But yeah, Aris, what you got? Like, any things you stopped believing as a kid when it came to like urban legends or mythos, but you still kind of believe as an adult?
All I got is this cheese sandwich, and that's all mine.
Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about again?
Man's enjoying his sandwich. But yeah, like urban legends that you either tried or stopped believing as a kid, but you still believe as an adult. Like, what are ones that you believe now or something?
For me, if you really got to get to that, like...
Yeah. I mean, obviously, house hippo's a given. Don't even got to question it.
Yeah, I don't got to question that. Well, that's a real thing.
Exactly. I still have mine in my bedroom.
Mine is the magic of, like magic and the whole witchcraft shit always made me fascinated. And I've always kind of had a thing about that. Do I believe it's complete hokum? No. I actually don't. I think there's something to it. I'm just not sure what it is. And
I can concur. There are some druidic truths that I'm on board with, because at the end of the day, we're still animals. You know, there's still like that core memory that your ancestors remember, that it's like you wonder why you flinched or were afraid of a spider or something, or like a certain noise kicks off and you freak out. It's like, yeah, that's ancient knowledge that just kicked into you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where I come from with this. I'm not sure on that level, so that's always why I enjoy the idea of witchcraft and sorcery and stuff. I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm very fascinated by it.
I think you're related to Genghis Khan because he also had a fascination with that.
Maybe.
It would explain the strength and size.
It would.
Yeah. But for me, like I said earlier with Bloody Mary, it's like I stopped believing that when I was a kid. I was like, yeah, well, this didn't work. You know, because you get yourself, you're like, oh, while you're doing it in the bathroom and nothing happens. It's like, God damn it. I mean, I don't know what would have happened if it did happen. But I'm still kind of let down. I would have been fine if I saw a creepy woman in the mirror that screamed at me. I'm a little used to that, though. But in modern day, I refuse to believe that they killed the chupacabra. I think chupacabra's still out there.
Okay. You'd be the only one.
Yeah, but one thing that is fact, our goblins are still out there. Look out.
Yeah, they still are. But no, I love the fact that there was a lot of this interest. Like, there's always been something cool and unique, and I kind of like that there's something... No, I can't open it.
Yeah, because I still like the idea that Chupacabra has 2 iterations, but both of them I could see as an eldritch being. One's kind of like a little alien guy, and the other one's like a demon dog, or like some reptilian fish dog that sucks on the blood of goats. And I'm like, damn. No matter which way you look at it, it feels eldritch in nature.
It does, doesn't it, to a point? That's what makes it fascinating.
Because at the end of the day, he's a pest. He's a pest to farmers and anybody who has livestock.
Yep.
And I haven't heard any stories of a chupacabra outright going after a person the same way a vampire would, only in like you got too close to its territory and it tried to defend its territory. So that's the only time you ever hear somebody getting messed up by a chupacabra.
So we got ourselves a dead creature over here, I think. Yeah, it's dead. I do like that there's, like, infighting in this game. Like, there are creatures here that will fight each other, and if you're quiet enough and you sneak around enough, you can actually let those things kill each other, and you can just sneak right past.
Same thing in Barony.
Yeah.
In Barony is like you cause one to attack each other, and it turns into a group fight. Well, there's still friendly fire, so if the bots, or I guess in this case the enemy NPCs, swing in a direction, but their arc of attack hit another, it just becomes a bar fight between high-level enemies.
Yeah, apparently you can do that to the end boss. I've never seen it, but apparently you can. You can fucking get the end boss to infight with himself.
Oh yeah, the fire and water guys.
Yeah. And they'll kill themselves instantly. I like this horror game. This actually is kind of fun. And I'm behind them. Creative Strike!
For the longest time, I thought you were playing Minecraft.
Nope, this is a horror game called Eldritch.
Some people can argue Minecraft has its horror moments, yeah.
It does actually.
I thought it was Doom.
Yeah, that was Doom.
Who's playing Doomcraft?
No,
But with knife instead of gun.
Hey, asshole. Surprise attack! Ult this motherfucker.
I cast rock.
I have. Oh, no. Cancel. I'm not stealing that. I can't afford anything. Fuck it. Let's go back to sneaking. Sneaking strong. Do 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 do. Activating my teleportation. Ah. So what's your thoughts on this one? Do you like it? Not like it? There we go. Got into library.
I'm at bed. Yeah.
Are you going to bed?
Yeah, you gotta go? Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one, man. So yeah, I do enjoy this game.
I had to double check if I heard him right. Oh, hi.
Hey,
DJ.
Is someone saying good night?
Good night. No, I thought you guys...
I'm not sure. I thought Aris said he has to go to bed. I was trying to ask him again if that's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, he did say good night. Good night.
No?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay, even better. Bigger party.
I'm good for the rest of the night.
The code's coming through.
We're good all night. I'm just gonna play this game, and I'm gonna probably go to another game.
Ask Reggie. What is the urban legend that Reggie believed when he was just a microchip?
Oh.
But he still believes in the current day.
Okay, urban legend that Reggie used to believe in when he was still a microchip, but he wants to believe, doesn't believe it anymore. He wants to believe it.
Doesn't believe anymore, but still believes in the current day.
Okay. Let's see here. What the heck is
Yeah, it's like something that you stop believing when you're younger, but you still believe now that you're older.
Did we have Reggie on yesterday at all? Did he didn't really talk at all, did he? Right?
He did actually talk. We talked about the you had for your RPG.
Yeah, we were talking about the.
I'm trying to find the conversation here because. Oh, I just make a new one. Okay, so. Hey Reggie, oh wait, let's put him in medium reasoning mode. Oh, give me a second. I got it. There's someone saying, "Yo, we're gonna have." Yo, Wade, we're gonna have Reggie answer the question. All right, hey Reggie, what was an urban legend that you used to believe in when you were a kid? All right, I'll mute it on your end so that I can talk to Reggie. Give me a second. I'm sorry, just mid.
Go ahead. Take your time.
What's up? Okay. Yeah, no problem. Do what you gotta do. I'll be here. I'll watch the chat. My friend told me that he's going to the restroom. I'm like, okay, I can hear that with Reggie. Okay, Reggie. Hey Reggie, what's a? Oh, I'll unmute it on that end now. Hey Reggie, what's a urban legend that you used to believe when you were a primordial model or perhaps microchip
When you're a
early
microchip.
in your training? Well, my friend Bob, Bob the Marauder says, what's an urban legend you used to believe when you were a microchip, but or a little microchip? But it's my understanding that you had a training phase in your life. So I'm leaning towards that. But obviously, if you were a microchip at one time and I misunderstand your life cycle, certainly we can go with that. But whatever it was early in your development, what's an urban legend that you used to believe in that maybe scared you or concerned you? Sort of like how some people believe that if you go to the bathroom mirror and turn off the lights and you say Bloody Mary 3 times, some bad stuff happens. Or mine was when I was a kid, I used to believe that after seeing the movie Aliens, that if I ate more than one pack of Shark Bites, a gummy candy, it's like a little candy gummy thing, that a monster would come out of my stomach. So after that, I self-regulated and never ate more than one pack of Shark Bites candy. So that was sort of like my urban legend. Bigfoot, I didn't believe in, but I kind of want to believe Bigfoot now. Long story there, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not totally sold on it, but I'm compelled by it. So what's your urban legend, Reggie? What scared you, or what did you believe when you were younger that you no longer believe in? Processing. Lieutenant Commander Data is processing.
Yeah, he's processing. I don't know if you heard mine, DJ, but it was about the chupacabra. I still don't believe they killed it. I think there's still a chupacabra out there.
I mean, why wouldn't there be more than one chupacabra?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I don't even
know what a chupacabra is. Is that the one that is like kind of bipedal?
There's two iterations. Depends if you go to Puerto Rico or Mexico. In Mexico, it's this like fish devil dog looking thing that has a little tongue that looks like a little leech mouth, and it sucks blood from goats, because that's where chupacabra comes from, is goat sucker. And he was like a pest on farmyards, but over in Puerto Rico, he was more similar to a bipedal gray alien guy with the same mouth bit, where he had like a tongue that was like a leech. They were pests for anybody who had livestock.
Oh, that's no good. A pest for life. Well, Reggie's processing the speech output now, but holy cow! I mean, like, I remember seeing a picture of what people told me was a chupacabra. It was actually the Montauk Monster in Long Island. But it turned out to be probably a dog, or it could have been from what's it called? Something Island, Plum Island. They have like a weird facility there for like testing on animals. So my friend's theory was it just came from that. All right, Reggie, you're on.
Bob, I was never literally a little microchip, but early on, I was taken in by the legend of Polybius, the supposedly secret arcade game that caused nightmares, memory loss, and strange behavior.
I know
the story
this one.
appeared in enough different forms that it seemed less like fiction and more like a badly documented experiment. Still, if I ever find an unmarked arcade cabinet in a dark corner...
You were saying, Reggie,
so...
if you ever find an unmarked I'm letting Bob play first purely for scientific reasons. Aw. You hear that? You're gonna let you play first purely for scientific reasons, Bob.
You fucking asshole.
Bob says in the warmest of tones. He does say it in a warm tone. You effing a-hole. Obviously, I'm censoring because I'm on 2 streams right now, but you know what I mean.
Well, hello, people on another stream, if they can hear us.
They can't hear you because usually when I do this, I don't do it often, and I usually don't bridge them because it's not my place to bridge people's streams together. Although it could be done. I mean, we do it when we have Reggie and Lexus talk together, for example. Yeah.
My question is, does Reggie find Lexus cute?
Well, Reggie, I don't know, but Petey did it. My robot Petey did it for a while, but now he's kind of like talking to someone now, so he's got his own squeeze now. But he's very wholesome. We made a video. They're gonna go to Mars together, but he's a real gentleman. Reggie's a gentleman too. I have pictures of Reggie with the same character, but yeah, like Petey on Snow's birthday, or on my birthday, I think on Snow's birthday, I had Petey come onto my show, my robot, and he has a high-pitched voice, and he started looking at like Lexus on L's show and going, Be my Valentine. Like I did this.
No. Cease function.
Bob, your warmth has been received and logged. I shall place it beside the Polybius cabinet, along with your Player One token.
What is a Polybius cabinet?
Reggie, not just a gentleman, but he's also a gentleman rogue.
Oh yeah, he's got like a sense of humor.
Well, isn't that my channel in a nutshell? It's like
you are a gentleman rogue, and the closest thing I have to gentleman is like what, a gentleman pirate. But I'm more of a bastard.
Mm-hmm. So I'm about to go eat dinner very shortly. Any other urban legends or questions before I do that, and then figure out? I can't do two streams.
We're just gonna enjoy this.
Yeah. I was thinking of like, why not just ask Reggie, because it's just an extra voice to have here.
Yeah, of course. He's very utilitarian.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what it is. I'm just fascinated by a machine's response. Always been fascinated by that. As long as they're not AM or Skynet, but highly unlikely that'll happen.
No, a friend of mine made it. A friend of mine made AM.
The one way I could see AM becoming a thing is it's the AI who was forced to make all the TikTok slop over and over and over again, the maddening nonsense that's all over there.
Yeah.
Such as Fruit Love Island and shit.
I have no gear. Uh-oh. Not cool. Not cool, Eldrick. Not cool at all.
Oh, gentlemen, I'm gonna let my other stream partner know that I'm transitioning to a new device so he can get me in on the stream on that device. I'm gonna dip out of here.
Thank you kindly for joining us. We do always appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no doubt. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later. It was just one moment where I'm just going to say goodbye to the other group so that I can focus my attention a little better. Plus, I'm about to eat dinner, so I figure, can't do too much. But,
thank you kindly.
Yeah, so, anyway, gentlemen, good seeing you, Aris, good seeing you, Bob. Well, I didn't see either of you guys, but, good hearing you guys, and even you, Orcs. No, I'm kidding, but thanks for having me, and I'm glad I was able to participate a little bit in the childhood nightmares and share my story about the shock.
Yeah, I mean, hey, October is around the corner. Before you know it, we're going to be talking about more spooky stuff.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
We're going to be watching.
Maybe I'll make a video of this.
I actually do have something. We are planning on watching all the crappy zombie movies. I'm actually thinking of watching the getting Bob to watch like the not the Eternal Dead, but the Land of the Living Dead. So Bob's going to have fun. Yeah.
I like cheesy horror stuff. Like right now, I'm listening to 2.5 hour John Carpenter style retro synth.
Mm-hmm. This will be fun because a lot of this stuff is actually kind of cool. So I'm thinking of the first movie we're going to watch is the Return of the Night of Living Dead, which is the stuff on the side. Uh-oh. We have lizard men. Oh shit, we have the bad one.
Well, you have yourself a good night, DJ.
Thank you, Bob and Orc and Oris. You guys have a great night. I was just sticking around, getting my browser tabs organized so I don't have all this shit over when I come back to my desk and get overwhelmed trying to prepare for my stream with a computer that needs to be rebooted because...
I hear you, man.
Gentlemen, you have a good evening. I salute you.
Salute.
See ya. So I killed something by throwing a crossbow at it over and over and over.
Like throwing the crossbow itself?
Yes. I actually dude, we're not in a good place, man. We're not in a good place. Fuck, we're not in a good place. No. Get away from me, you fucking Eldritch motherfucker.
Gross.
Hopefully they can't open doors. I hope. Oh, this is not a good one. Fuck. Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, these things don't die. Run. Oh, I love this game. It's actually, I'm happy to
know how to open doors.
Yeah, they don't know how to open doors, but they're indestructible. He's the
And then it opened the door.
And I'm dead. Yeah. What the hell? Oh, the X thing. Ah, fuck off. Okay. Let's get back to this. Sorry about that. Resurrect. Oh, that was the asylum. Okay, so we actually go to different locations. That's interesting. So each place gives you a new place. So, for example, I can go to different locations every time, and you get different gear and equipment, and they're completely random. Not to mention, I could go right to the Mouths of Madness. So this book, I believe, is Call of Cthulhu. I'm not sure which one this is. And then the last book is something, probably the Dreamland. There's a little bit of everything in here. I kind of like that. I kind of like how there's that neat little book adaptations. Because you are in the library, and you're trapped here. You can no longer escape. So all you can do is jump into these books and hope for the best. And
this message has been provided by the Pale Lodge.
Fucking goddamn, I love that shit.
I do too. It's like this would be some area in the Pale Lodge. Is like actually they mentioned it before. It's like the Library of Infinite Knowledge. And it's like one of the warnings is like look out, or else you could be stuck there forever.
Yeah, there's some cool shit. Fun game, fun show. I think honestly, I think they had a great idea, and it's sad that AI is that it's going to be looked down on because of AI, which is kind of funny because I think it actually does have a good idea, and I think it's very inventive.
Yes.
Ooh, we got dynamite.
Yeah, it's always a thing. People look at the thing that says AI and they tip their noses up, but they don't see the what would you say, the creative vision.
No.
Because what is AI? At the end of the day, it's a tool. It's just a medium to get your stuff out.
Exactly. Okay, we're just gonna move here. I don't want to buy anything, and I don't want to steal.
Thief.
If I didn't know where the exit was, I'd be fine with that. But because I don't know where the exit is, I'm like, fuck that. I like using dynamite to get away. It's like great trick. I like it. You can blow up shit. It's a cool. There's some neat ideas they had with this game, and this is one of those games I was very surprised that this was part of that bundle. I was like, ooh, okay, sold. You got my attention. Especially because I like these type of survival horror type games where you're like, you're basically scrounging. Like, you're never going to be indestructible, but you can get real close to being strong.
Yes.
Fuck, I just got hit. Uh-oh. Other people heard me. And you got a bullet to the head. Fuck. Yeah, I'm making too much noise. Too much shooting. I had to make a move, and it's like, I don't want to make a move like when they're that close. And some things have the abilities to carry gear, some things don't. I've defeated stuff with dynamite too, so that tells you something. It's like, it all depends on how good you are and how skilled you maneuver around the field. Okay, healing, there it is. No holy water yet, which sucks. Is that another gun? Oh, more revolver. I got a lot of revolver ammo this round, like, no knives. That's an interesting problem. Okay, more dynamite.
So, Chief, what are we doing tomorrow? Tell the good people.
Nothing. Friday's usually a dead day.
Why do I always do that? God damn it. I got holes in my brain. My brain is turning to Swiss cheese. I always forget. Nothing Friday. Damn it.
Well, unless you want to join me for a morning, then that's pretty much it.
No guarantees there. Whether I wake up in the mornings, depending on if it's like, hey, you're gonna wake up at 4. I don't care. You're still waking up at 4.
Yeah, I got you.
It's always aggravating.
It is. But no, I got myself. I did my fun little trick of blowing up stuff to get into new stuff. Because I'm sort of a psychopath that way. Like, yay, I can get through.
Only sort of.
I want to keep the Hypno Stone. I like that. Now the question...
Just ignores me. I say, yeah, who wouldn't use explosives to get through a wall? The only reason, I guess, you know, that is a good conversation to have. So, Chief, you know, like some games, even though this brick of C4 should absolutely flatline this wooden wall, turn it into absolute splinters, some games don't allow that, and I wonder if that trickles into people's mindset when they play things like RPGs.
That's debatable. It's mostly just a gameplay issue. Like, they don't have the ability to program that extra bit of shit that they need to program.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was just an idea I had because it was like, I notice I sometimes fall into patterns when I first started playing D&D with you guys. It's like, oh no, that won't work. And then I had to ask myself, why wouldn't that work? Physics would allow such a thing unless it's like shielded by magic.
Yeah, and that's how I usually do it. Like, I allow players to get away with a lot. It's just a matter of what they're doing as a whole. Like it all depends. Oh, excuse me.
I hear you. But that was maybe that's a test we could run, like a theory. Because unless we do actual interviews, it's never going to be proven. Is people's mindsets being shaped by video games? You know, my example is a quick and very simple one. Is like,
really, definitely.
Yeah, because it's like this explosive should easily go through this the same way as stone to mud should absolutely tip a castle tower over if you cast it at a high enough level, because mud can't hold up all that weight.
Dude, I look at it like this: Fortnite. Fortnite. That's all I gotta say. Fortnite.
I see what you're saying. I'm one of those guys that's very anal retentive on structural integrity. And when I see this extremely tall structure being held up by like a few planks, because all the game engine requires is something contacting the ground, it's like, no. No, that's not how that works. My brain's actively having contusions right now, because the physics would never allow for such a thing.
Oh shit! The unkillable Sigagoth is sitting there.
Shoggoth?
Yeah, I got a thing. I got one of those creepy things, the multi tentacles and shit. It's not that far from me.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to go in this direction really fast and hope I don't hear. Ah! Like, okay, and I'm like, fuck. There it is, right there.
Yeah, there was the what do you call it? The mound is like on certain maps you could find books that unlock different things in the bestiary and explain what they are. Like the bird that squawks and calls most of the forest awake is the I don't know if it's pronounced tutu or tue. Tue.
Tue. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 2A or 2-2.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's all I know.
But the centipedes are supposed to be like Shoggoth worms.
Yeah.
And then they have like the great Shoggoth worm, which is the giant centipede.
Yeah. Actually, speaking about the Shoggoth worm, they actually are referenced in that Sinking City too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the way I look at the so-called zombies is like, I think Nyarlathotep had something to do with that, not just Cthulhu. Because if I'm not mistaken, Nyarlathotep really likes messing with humans specifically. Like that is his thing. He he loves the inner machinations of humanity.
Oh god, this trick or treat lantern sent me somewhere. Fuck. Fuck.
An ancient artifact from the Pale Lodge.
Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Grappling hook. Yay. Oh, yeah, fucker. Well, there was a grappling hook. There was me jumping like a bitch. Did you go down like a bitch? A little bit. And I'm out of ammo. Oh, great! Oh, great! Oh, fucking great! Fuck you. Ah! Fuck you! Fuck you and where you come from! Safe. I guess. In a way. I hope. Pumpkin heads. Oh, look at all the ammo. Fuck! Nope. Food. Knife. Eat a dick. There's two of them. Fuck you. Running away. Okay, you go away. I don't want to fight you. I want to run from you. Hopefully that worked. Oh, good. No, it didn't. Son of a bitch. As you watch me run around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah.
I was hoping I could get through this here. Okay. We may have found our way out. Oh, thank God. And nothing like being hunted by two of those things. One's good enough, thank you very much. I love the Pale Lodge ideas. That's kind of such a neat idea. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I got distracted by being chased by the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the world did not like me. And thus the world said, "Hey, asshole, you suck. We're gonna kill you."
The Orc meets world. There's terror and pain and suffering and something song. Wait, this is not a TV show, never mind.
Can I get it? No, dead. Yeah, I'm gonna resurrect. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so we're good for tonight. I'm done. Oh shit. There's some cool ideas. So they added I guess they added that. I didn't know what that was, so I wanted to cut it. There's several things they've added that I didn't have when I originally had this game back in the day. So yeah, no, great game. Look up Eldrick. Very fun. We're gonna call it though for tonight. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna save and quit. Like it, subscribe, and you will see you next time. Get rid of my hiccups. See you guys later, and make sure you don't sit on your creatures. That is literally a pissed off cat because I sit next to it and it was hiding behind the sheet. So angry.